Quasars are next.
Yeah. I'm just going to echo that teleprompter is set up and the iPad is charging.
Welcome, everyone, to the LAFC Supporters Tournament powered by McDonald's. Let's go. We are here at the Genji office today with 9 LAFC supporter group representatives duking it out to claim their spot on the throne in EA Sports FC 24. My name is Rain Day, and I'm not alone. No, I am joined by none other than Max Bretos. Max.
Rain Day.
Great to have you, man.
Got to show everyone the shirt.
Okay, I do. I guess I do.
Happy holidays from
Happy
McDonald's
holidays.
and Grimace, who's making a huge comeback.
It's great to have you here, Max. We're going to spend a lot of
Great to
time
be here.
together tonight. I told him always, voice of LAFC, voice of so many sports memories. In my past as a kid, it's an honor to
Don't
be
make
able
me
to do
feel
this
old.
with you. Hey, I have to, because I'm feeling old. Kids are making me feel old now,
I know,
so I got to
kids,
do it to somebody
kids.
else. All right, let's get into it. Here's how it's going to go. If you live in the area, come stop by to cheer on our competitors and support the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California Toy Drive. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California helps families with a hospitalized child stay together and near the medical care that they need. Any new or unwrapped toys or even a gift for the moms and dads staying at the Ronald McDonald houses will make the family's day. Also, let's talk a little bit about what we'll be watching today and what's on the line for the competitors. The 9 LAFC supporter groups have run their internal tournaments. They battled it out. They have selected their star player to represent them in this final event in a round robin. We'll have 2 groups playing 5-minute halves, and they will split each other off until they end up with 4 players left. We'll then get into 10-minute halves for those final games, and we will crown a grand champion who will ultimately play against an LAFC player who is yet to be named. You might not. Do you know who it is?
We don't want to let it out of the bag.
We're not letting it out of the bag yet.
My lips are sealed.
Okay, so there's going to be a good prize on it no matter what. You guys will see that soon. Very special guest we've got. Now, let's talk about who is here. We've got Chris from the Luckies. We've got there he is. Yeah.
We love our
round of applause.
We love our supporters groups, and they're always together in the 32-52, but they are splintered off into supporter groups, and it's going to be very competitive. So it's a very new dynamic.
It's kind of interesting. They're used to working together. Now they've got to work against one another.
They got to go against each other because they want to finish on top in that prize.
That's the special thing, and that there is a prize, and it is a big prize. I'm not telling you yet, but there's a massive prize that they can win on this one. We have Oscar from the Cuervos. I got to give a shout out to Cuervos, my barber. Swaggy Maggie, if you're watching,
right on.
She's part of the Cuervos. She was there in Columbus last week. Didn't go the way they wanted, but they had fun on the walk. Will Ferrell was there.
Your haircut went well.
My haircut went very well. That's why I had to shout her out, because otherwise
we can't tell, but you can see he's got the hat and the headset. But I can tell you the hair looks very nice.
I'm too geared out. That's the problem. I got too much branding going on, and I love it, though. Jason from the Empire Boys. Shout out to Jason. Anthony from the Crew. Jonathan from the Black Army. Daniel from the District 9 Ultras. Dean from the LAO, Kellen from the Expo Originals, and Christian from the Tigers support group. Now, we do have one player who could not make it today, Max. I'm not exactly sure who it is. We will take a look at those games.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will find that out.
But then we got some good. We got the 8 teams.
That's right.
And it'll be very uniform as we get down to 4.
Very even.
Get to 1.
That's right.
And then the big grand finale.
The big grand finale. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which supporter group comes out, because this is something I'm confident they'll be talking about amongst each other at tailgates, at functions, which is full at LAFC. It's year round. The supporters are so active, and they'll be saying, "Hey, remember back there at the supporters tournament?
Oh yeah,
presented by McDonald's of SoCal. Yeah, I won that. Our supporter group won that, and they'll get bragging rights."
Listen, this is bragging that means a whole year of bragging. This is until we do it again.
This is important.
This is at every barbershop around the nation, around California. I mean, this is a big deal in terms of whether you take it on. And speaking of barbershops, it's a good segue into the representative from the Cuervos, I believe, is let me look at that. I think it's Chris. No, Oscar.
Oscar
Ortega. He's going to be going up first in our first matchup against Christian Ortiz. I believe that is going to be it. We had one of our first rounds drop off. And
of the Tigers supporters group.
That's right. As you take a look at our overall bracket here, Group A.
We asked some of the players to share some interesting tidbits about them. And,
we did.
Oscar, who you mentioned for Cuervos, says that he once taught a German Shepherd how to bark in Spanish.
Wow.
I gotta hear that. If there's a recording or anything, I'd love to take a look.
I'd gotta hear what is a bark in Spanish? Is it the word bark translated in Spanish? I don't know.
It has a nice little spin at the end, but I'm just curious. I couldn't answer that question. I just want to hear it with my own ears.
We've got to hear that one. I definitely need some more info from Oscar as well. Christian also, returned to judo after a 20-year break to inspire his children to do the sport. Now, that is something that I can respect right there.
Yeah, it's one of the finer martial arts, judo. And maybe it gives Christian an advantage here because you have that mental edge, you have the discipline, which is really, you would know because this when you're playing game after game after game, you have to be laser focused to make sure you manage the whole thing.
Well, what's the difference? You're sitting there, you look at the impact of physicality, you kind of take that out in gaming most of the time. It is mental that separates a lot of these players from being able to compete over an extended period of time, but also just to be at their absolute best. There's so many elements of life that can get in the way. A martial art, something like that, you could tell he's going to be laser focused today.
And that's why I'm here with you, Rain Day, calling it and not playing. I do not have that mental edge.
But you know who might have an edge right there? Oscar Ortega. I don't know, Tori, if we can bring that back up. That was an incredible fact. He said he can get a whole Big Mac all at once?
Chomp a whole Big Mac.
Max, I got to see that. If he wins, we need a Big Mac for Oscar to
May
show
need
us
to wash it down with some of those wonderful French fries and an icy cold soft drink, Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, I think.
I love McDonald's, too, by the way, because they carry Diet Dr. Pepper. No other restaurant does that.
That is interesting.
That's my choice. And when it has that ice in there, it's delightful.
There's something
That's my go-to, the number one combo when I want to treat myself.
So is it the Big Mac with the Diet Dr. Pepper, the large fries?
Medium fry.
Medium fry. You're holding back on the fries. I couldn't do it.
So I know. But if I get the large one, I could share it. So maybe I should bring it home. But, it's a wonderful meal. Sorts you out. I'm getting hungry talking about it.
Me too.
We have a long night ahead of us, so we got to stay focused. This is what I'm talking about. I couldn't be a good gamer.
It is dinner time. And for those of you who are watching at home, our first match is about to get underway. We'll have that gameplay come under in just a moment. But, as we're sitting here getting ready, the atmosphere, it's fun outside. Max, there's a lot of things to do. A ton of the games on huge screens out there. Great gaming
setup.
chairs.
This is a great Gen G. We got a shout out to what they do. This is a great facility, and they care about gaming. And it's going to be a thrill for the players because this is big time. This is the big time to play here. We're not playing you're not in your comfortable confines of your home. You're playing at Gen G.
Yeah, at Gen G, at the headquarters. This is pretty special. The office right there, you can see where the magic is being done.
Come down here.
Yeah, please hang out with us.
You can hear us talking about it. You can experience it firsthand.
1615 16th Street, Santa Monica, California, 90404. We're here till 10 p.m., not 11. I would have said, would have had to talk to my agent right there. That's an extra hour I didn't book. No, I'm kidding. Just But 10, we're going to be here. Hang out with us. Join us. We've got festivities, a lot of fun. I think we've even got some local news here as well covering the event. Very, very exciting stuff. And I think you're right. When you talk about these players, it's not their couch anymore, Max. And how does that translate?
Nervous, no?
How does that translate, in a situation like this?
Yeah, you have people watching you because I think you're taking out that comfort zone, and you've got to be able to perform. And you're going to hear some oohs and some ahs, and you're going to hear people talking about your gaming, and maybe that gets into your head. And maybe you're thinking about chomping that Big Mac in one bite. I don't know, because I'm sure there's a Big Mac floating around. We could see if Oscar can actually do that. But it is it's different, right?
Yeah.
Like in any sport, if you're outside, if you're away from home, it's trickier.
Yeah, and there's always players too that thrive in the limelight. I think they thrive in settings that there are people watching. I felt like I was as a player one of those people that thrive, that enjoyed the eyes.
So maybe it's a very good point. Maybe that's someone's going to puff their chest out and excel under these circumstances.
I feel like it's stakes. Sometimes people know they can do it, but they need the reason to hit that extra gear, and maybe the stakes raise it up. I know we haven't mentioned it yet, but I think it's time, while we're waiting for this first game, to talk a little bit about what the prizing is, because I saw this, and Max, I'm not going to lie, it upset me.
The prizes?
The prizes upset me
because you want to.
Because I want them. Yeah, I want them. That's why I got upset.
You got the Grimace shirt already.
All right, let's talk about.
Oh wow, this is pretty solid.
Every participant gets a $25 Arch card, so that's McDonald's one time, twice, whatever you do, however big your order is. Could be 3 times if you're just getting small nuggets, if you're just getting those medium fries like Max does, but they get some swag. Number 2, second place, gets a signed controller, a team signed ball, and a $50 Arch card. But number 1, are you seeing what I'm seeing right there?
Yeah, that is a PS5.
A PS5. And the trophy, the bragging rights. I mean,
put that under your Christmas tree.
That's right.
A gift to yourself, courtesy of McDonald's of SoCal.
Let me ask you this: Do you re-gift a PS5 that you won? I mean, is that?
I guess you could.
I mean,
but it's probably a lot of these players have a PS5.
I would assume.
But then you get the latest and greatest.
Oh,
maybe
man.
get one for the office.
Keep it.
Get it for a loved one. How happy will they be?
I love you, son, but I need an office PS5 as well as.
Providing
I don't
more
know.
than they can shoot.
I don't know if he's buying that. If my dad tried to pull that,
yeah,
off,
we can't say that part either because that's another big payoff.
That's another big payoff.
I mean, it's a long list.
It's a long list. First place definitely wins a lot, and I think that's the benefit. I also want to shout out the Ronald McDonald, house charities of Southern California, because for me, and you can see the game starting to get going.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to see what they do, bringing families together who have a child who is medically ill and being able to stay together near each other and get those resources in the holidays. It's a beautiful thing. We'll talk more about them.
This is it. We're underway, right?
Yeah, throughout the day, but we're underway.
Giorgio Chiellini, we saw his virtual person, and he just retired from professional soccer.
Great
Calcio.
career.
Incredible. We're so happy we had him at LAFC for a couple of years. So this is Oscar and Christian.
Yes, this
there
should
they are.
be.
Well, you can see you got the Cuervos hat
That's right.
and the Tiger supporters group. So Christian there on the right.
And Oscar on the left.
All right. I was just thank goodness you're here. I was like,
And I do believe.
by the way, I mean, we talk about the McDonald's swag and all that they're getting, but these supporters group, they've created these designs.
I love it.
For hats and shirts. And when we get around there, I've been so fortunate because they'll gift you a scarf or a shirt.
Wow.
And you wear it a cap, and not only is it generous, but the stuff is really cool. There's a lot of designers within these supporter groups.
I mean, I think that's part of what, to me, is so cool about tonight, celebrating not only these individuals, but just the community that they've built. You can see right now the Cuervos and Oscar getting going with a little possession. Couldn't quite find it. Might have a chance open up here. He's inside the box. Goes for it. That should be a corner.
So Oscar's in black.
Oscar's in black,
Okay.
I believe. They just showed that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, just the stuff that they do to support and create the environment, and also willingly, freely.
So you see Christian, who will be defending this corner kick. They're wearing the smokescreen jerseys.
Christian, I have a chance for a bit of a break here. Oscar, though, pretty cool, calm, and collected. Is going to go back to the keeper. And feels like this game still not a lot of fireworks yet.
Yeah.
Feeling each other out.
Here's Christian with some space. Remember returning to his roots to learn judo and teach his kids.
We mentioned the bright lights.
Maybe the kids are the beneficiary of the
PS5. I think so.
if they do a nice judo toss to impress Dad.
I could see that. Both these players locked in.
So what a game clock? How long are we looking at?
We're looking at a 5-minute half.
5-minute halves. Okay.
For the game clock. We're going to switch up to 10. Christian, though, he's in.
Oh.
Sails over the bar. But
That was
first
it.
time Christian looked threatening.
Using Denny Buanga.
Yes. Star of LAFC. Very
He had
talented player.
38 goals across all competitions, which was tied the record
Wow.
that was set by Carlos Vela in 2019. So
Wow.
a lot of goals.
That's an efficient player. That's a goal scorer right
Yes.
there.
I mean, one of the highest tallies anywhere.
Wow.
Globally in this beautiful game.
24 minutes.
There's Christian.
gone by.
I see the good 32-52 gear as well. They were magnificent in Columbus in their march to the match.
Oh, man. That march sounds like a moment. I wish I was there. You were there.
There's 1,000 supporters
2 miles? Mile and a
It
half?
may not have been 2 miles. It felt like 2 miles, but it was a long walk. And when you're in Columbus, you have the hockey stadium, then you pass the minor league stadium, then you get to the soccer stadium. And I was like, we're just getting to the baseball stadium. We have a long way to go.
This is unbelievable.
It was a proper march.
If you weren't there or you don't know what we're referring to, last week, Columbus, Ohio, the supporters, they made their way out to represent for the MLS Cup. Columbus ended up winning that one, but they marched all the way before the game there together. It was quite a sight.
Yeah, and this is the expected goal graphic. That's new for EAFC.
Yes.
It's flash. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting into the data.
Well, there is a bit of a data element to this new version of EAFC. I haven't played it much, to be fair, and that's kind of why I'm excited to be in this tournament. This is obviously new. The FIFA license was not renewed by EA, but they continue to make a great game, the premier football game, soccer game in the world. And I'm sure that the name change has not slowed down. If anything, it could have sped them up with a couple of innovations, as we're seeing here.
Yeah, that's always a very daunting thing when you have these video games about you release one every year, and sometimes you have the stuff as
he's through.
The break. Oh, good save.
Great stuff.
But to have enough to make it worthwhile to have a new game, you've got to come up with some avant-garde stuff.
You do. It's such a challenge for these developers who, again, yes, with the Call of Duties, with the EAFCs, with the Maddens, have to keep innovating, yet keeping the game the same.
Yeah.
So that players who have played for 20-plus years can still enjoy it. It is a unique.
These developers listen to the players as well, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this could be good. I like that.
Oh, I thought that was in.
He had a good angle on that shot. But, yeah, developers very, very good at communicating. I find that devs respond really well to good criticism and good feedback, especially ahead of time. You know the world, though, gaming. No one's afraid to share their mind too much, and sometimes it's not the best feedback, so they have to take everything with a grain of salt.
I'm sure a lot of players have were good in 2018 and 2019. They take a dip, they get relegated.
That's right. Suddenly the game's bad.
They go, this controller's not working.
This controller. If only I had a PS5.
Out of my groove. Yeah, my own PS5 in my office so I could practice.
That's right. I needed my office PS5.
How much practice to be really good?
I would say you need at least
a day.
5 hours a day,
5
every
hours.
day. And that's after you're already one of the top players.
I mean, just think about it. Like any sport, like you think of the best soccer players or the best basketball players, poker, whatever it is, to be the best.
I mean, it does even out. I mean, I think when you look at gaming and you look at the best in soccer, or you look at the best in any sport, you know, when you aggregate it all the time spent towards it, it probably does end up between versus prep versus playing versus recovery versus additional stuff maybe at the end, 5 to maybe 8 hours. Oof. An easy practice window. You're not playing for that time, but you're ice bathing, you're getting taped, you're stretching, you're, running routes, you're watching tape, you're doing all those things. So as a gamer, it's all that, but it's even more mental because you're having to take that time and just be stationary, a lot of it.
It can be very taxing on you, and you've got to be able to keep a level head. And if you do the 8 hours and you're still not the best, 10 hours.
10 hours. No, so there's only so many hours that a certain level of talent can, Overkill. It might be overkill there.
You don't want to hate the game.
No.
You know what I mean? I've been doing this for too long.
I actually think that's one of the more important things, especially if you are talented.
Brain.
You rest your brain. You come into it fresh. Some great players, too. They struggle, especially in Apex, which I cover a lot. Sometimes they struggle mid-season, but once it gets tournament time and they've kind of had that lull, they get fired up, and then they perform.
Yeah, I like what you said about the repetition in any sport and how you practice, you stretch, you do this, and it's all required.
Oh, Oscar, he's found it. Oh, just wide.
So Oscar going right to left now. Representing Cuervos in the black shirts.
Yep.
No score here. We're into the second half.
And this has been a game that's felt like the start of the game for the entire game. They kind of had nice, tame chances. Nothing too open about the play. They've kept their shape pretty well throughout it.
Now, since they're playing in a round-robin type tournament, if this game ends tied, do they go extra time penalties, or they?
I don't know. It's a great question.
All right, we'll have to find out. Maybe I wouldn't be against sharing the points.
Yeah. I feel like a tie could
play
be okay.
for a tie. Yeah.
Oh, this looks good. But again, it's the final third that it's falling apart.
Good stuff there from Christian. Does appear Oscar's getting the better chances. Nothing really gilt edge.
Nope.
But a little more possession in front of goal.
And a lot of straight up the field play. Not using a lot of width.
No, that's right.
And that's okay. It feels like they know what they want. Yeah. They want to go straight to goal.
Well, there's some width here from Christian.
Hollingshead getting for it. My former teammate at UCLA.
That's right.
Yeah.
A good UCLA contingent. Ryan Hollings had 3 playoff goals in 2023.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff.
All-star as well.
What a great year for the guy. Used to be my Mario Tennis partner. Now scoring goals.
Mario Tennis, is that another?
N64.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. Me, him, Chandler Hoffman, and Moby Okugo, all at UCLA
wow.
at that time. Yep. Moby was my early roommate. Got drafted after 1 season. Generation Adidas.
That's right. Where did he end up playing?
Philadelphia.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good run.
This
looks like a good run,
has
too.
to be the best chance. Oh, pushed it wide. Look at the disappointment there from Christian.
And I just
disappointment
wonder,
from Oscar,
but
too.
But I just wonder, do we have this switched? Because the Cuervo sign opened up on some of the gameplay, but do we have this switch? Because I kind of noticed that Oscar was a little upset about missing that. And the other one, Christian was upset. Maybe that is Oscar. Who just
We'll find out if somebody scores.
We'll find out. Yeah. It's one of the things I love about this, the suspense of who is who.
This is another thing going back to the amount of playing here. This is such a gateway for soccer in general. So many people that aren't familiar with soccer play this.
Oh, yeah.
And they learn about the players and the clubs.
Yeah.
So we're eternally grateful because we're trying to grow the sport, and EAFC is a big part of getting the sport to new people.
What do you think that hold that thought. That's a
still
good
going
goal.
narrow.
He's got wide too. Oh. I thought he might touch inside first, draw that wide defender.
And the expected goal numbers improving.
Seems like something could happen.
Yeah.
Still an edge for Black, which we believe right now could actually end up being Christian, but we've been calling it Oscar.
74th minute, so moving right along, no score here. This is the round robin portion of the tournament. You got to get points, you got to get wins.
I like this. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
what a finish!
No celebration. I thought it was Christian, right?
That is okay. That's Oscar.
Okay, Oscar scored.
That's Oscar. Oscar scored. So we have it right.
So the folks that are with the Cuervos, your guy
Cuervos
has it in front, and great timing with like about 10 minutes of game time remaining.
Vamos. What a time to score, and what a goal.
It was nice. Good pass, good cross in.
And the left foot volley. I don't think he let it touch the ground. That is how you do it in the box.
The question is there enough time for Christian here? I don't know.
It's looking tough. Goals have been hard to come by, but these crosses, we talked about width. It's been the opening for Oscar. Can he do it again? Back to goal. Just tapped away from the defender and Christian.
Since he's been getting the width, he's playing better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the goal came from. That's where that next opportunity came through.
It's hard to do it in FIFA, in EAFC. You kind of always tend to try to play to feet and directly. It does feel like you have to play a little more patient than you want to in this game. But sometimes that's what it calls for if you want to win.
You may have one good chance here if you're Christian. Is there a way to go for it? Just get those players, the numbers up?
He's isolated here. He's got to play back.
Well, he's got some players up now.
Maybe he sends one through. 1-2 here would be nice. Oh, but he loses it.
Good defensive lines.
And now I think you just play up the line, yeah. You run it in. You've got someone. Ooh.
That may come back to haunt him.
Yep. Is there more time here? Christian out early. Good pass inside. Oh, he's still there. Oh, seems like he's rushing it.
Turned it over.
But it's working.
One more pass required. That should do it.
You can feel the tension. Christian knows it's at his.
Well, it doesn't matter if you score 1 goal or 6. You get a win.
That's right.
And now Oscar of Cuervos feeling much better about the possibility of ending up with a
Yes.
PS5 at the end of the evening.
Yes. Christian diving at it. Good cross in. Ambitious left foot strike, but it's not needed. Oscar for the Cuervos gets the win in our first of many round robins tonight at our LAFC supporters tournament.
All right. Took his chance and was able to convert. And again, it doesn't matter. It's about getting these wins. But you can see the brotherhood of the supporters group.
You can.
No trash talking. It was like very civil, proper gentlemen playing their game. So, which is different than we could describe us to.
Yes, absolutely. Nothing proper about us.
No,
going
we're
on.
just letting it all hang out.
It all hang out, having a great time. That was a good match, though. I think it was an even match as well. If all the matches end up being like that, I think we're going to see a very contested tournament.
You would have to think it's going to be by and large even because these are the best.
Yeah, these are the best.
As you pointed out earlier, there was every supporter group had their own tournament.
That's right.
To determine who was their best player. So you're going to get people who know how to get around the AFC.
Unless one supporters group just
Hand and exit.
Exactly. They just, I don't know who's going.
Not a priority.
You go to this thing. I can't make it to Santa Monica at 7 at night.
You never know.
Hey,
we have the gaming club with LG. You have the running club. You have they have the
Wow.
movie. They have a movie club.
Really?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So a lot of things to keep yourself busy. You just pick what is most appropriate for you.
It's interesting, Max, because I no joke. My barber, as a Cuervo, has been the person who's introduced me to all of the LAFC activities because every week, what are you doing? What's going on? Oh, well, we got this thing here. Oh, I'm traveling to this. This is the home game here. It's amazing how much the community of LAFC is bigger than just the games.
It sure is, and the club does a nice job with that. But they put the ball in the court of the supporters and what's important to them. And I've been able to benefit there. I got into the LA Running Club events a couple times. Ryan Hollingshead had everyone come out for the movie. It was a screening of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, nice.
So all the kids were there in the theater and had a great time. So there's we all got to fill our calendar.
Yes.
Whatever that is. Whatever floats your boat.
And if you guys want to fill your calendar, make sure to come on down. We still have time. We're here for a couple more hours.
Wait, look, it's Christian Christian was
So Christian was the winner, but all right. So maybe we're just reading the celebrations wrong. It looked like
there wasn't a celebration
because the Cuervos looked like there might have been. Yeah, there wasn't a big celebration.
It was very quelled.
Can we get some notes down there with production to make sure that they jump up and
they celebrate?
Yeah,
it's important for us so we can call.
Raise their hand and yes.
Can they hear us? Can the players hear us? No.
Players cannot hear us.
All right.
Yeah, I would love to talk to them. So Christian gets the W. Well, that is a big turn of events there. So Christian,
sorry to
the exact opposite of what we said.
Tiger supporter group. Congratulations. Your guy won.
Your guy won. Christian, all right, well, taking the W. And, hey, maybe that judo ended up paying off for him. There you go. Christian, I hope your kids are watching. Super fun that you got the W.
Kids are pumped right now.
Now I'm gonna also say, if you are watching, you want your dad to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah,
when he wins,
text him.
Tell him, Dad, we need a big celebration here. The announcer's got to hype you up. As, of course, we are so excited to see. He'll be playing later again. Who's Christian's next game against? I think he's going to be going
But there's 4 games, right? Forgive me, I have to put my glasses on so I can read this.
He's going to be going up against the District 9 Ultras in round 2. So
Daniel Reyes.
Yes, so good luck with that. I think we will be covering also another game with Christian and Jonathan Barrera.
So these are the games we're covering.
Yes, this one got changed because we had that drop off, but this should be our next.
This is our next game.
It actually
round 3.
Yeah,
Christian and Jonathan from the Black Army.
Yeah, it should be. That should be it. Again, we have been wrong before.
One game we were wrong.
So we'll end up seeing how that goes. But yeah, all of these participants are great, and everyone tuning into the broadcast. So excited to have Max here, of course, Rain Day.
Excited to be with you.
Yeah, man, it's a blast, and I know that everyone here is also wondering, what are we doing this for? Not only just for the LAFC supporters and just showing support to them, but also thanks to McDonald's for putting this on, the Ronald McDonald House Charities, the toy drive that's going on. If you are in Santa Monica, if you do have a little bit of free time, swing by, hang out, 1615 16th Street, Santa Monica, California, 90404. Just come through.
Right by the crossroads.
That's right.
There's also a great soccer club down there. They sell tacos. I forgot the
There's
name
a
of it.
great taco shop.
You know
down
that
the
taco
street
place?
on
Right there. there on Olympic.
Yes, on Olympic.
I don't know.
We talking about the same taco
Yes,
spot, right?
but
yeah,
it's a
that place
football
is good.
club, and then they sell
Oh.
tacos there as well.
Oh,
so
it's very good.
come down here and say hello.
Yes.
And I could also tell you, it looks like Kellen Parker of Expo Originals got a victory there in Group B. So action we didn't get to see, but he has gotten
Can we bring that? Can we hold on this for a second?
Kellen and then Dean, who is representing LAO, are victorious in their first games.
Kellen and Dean get a win. That is big for them.
And then Christian won. We saw that. You saw that here over the airwaves here on Twitch. And it is Chris G of Lucky's who got a victory as well.
Yes. Chris G coming in. I think we will see him in a minute. Jonathan Barrera, I want to know where he's been. He hasn't played yet. Maybe he's waiting for that other round because
he got a bye.
He got a bye round. That's possible because we had, a dropout from one of our earlier contestants. So we'll probably see him in this next game. But
hats off to everyone to organizing all this paperwork
my
here.
goodness.
They've mapped out the tournament. I would have thought this was been impossible, but they have it here and making it easy for us. The only thing we need is the competitors to be emotional.
Yes.
When they score a goal.
We need emotion. I can, it's not that far away from here to there. So if they ever need encouragement at halftime, I could just take the headset off, run down. You cover, an ad read here, and then we'll.
I got you,
I'll
man.
shake him out.
I got 2 hands. I got 2 hands. We can do it.
Oh,
color coded.
There it is. Look at that. Don't give them the secrets.
It's just so pretty. I wanted to show you.
That's the secrets to it all. We have another game coming up soon. We're going to keep you up to date on when the status of that game is. I know that they are preparing it on their end as well. Started about 10 minutes late tonight, but we're going until about 10. So ton of action on the way. Max, now that we have some time, are you oh, look at this. Dean Ramos. Let's talk about Dean.
He's traveled for a couple World Cups. So Brazil was 2014.
Right.
And Russia was 2018. Talking about 2 very different experiences.
Very different experiences.
Brazil was won by Germany, and Russia was won by France.
France, yes, that's right.
The unprecedented France-Croatia final.
That's right. What a time.
Yeah.
Kellen Parker as
There's
well.
Kellen, who won that first time out.
That's right. So Kellen's off of 1 win. And do you know Dean?
We always see each other at social events, so we say hello. I'd like to learn to know Dean a little better.
Okay.
Kellen, we're on a supporters thread, so games are going on. We're always texting.
Wow.
About stuff. There's like a big community thread, and Kellen's very active on there.
Oh, very cool. Sports fanatic, self-admitted, so that makes sense right there.
Yeah.
And he travels also to watch the University of Michigan and for the U.S. national team.
Brother. I can't talk college football.
You can't talk college football right now.
I'm a Florida State guy.
Oh, man. So that was a rough
sport.
one for you.
Yeah, it was just preposterous.
What a game that Alabama game was.
I'll say this: the state of Florida is serving papers to this committee. I don't know what they expect out of it, but if they can get Florida State in the tournament, it would all be worth it.
Are you a Florida native or no?
Yeah, I'm from Miami originally.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Los Angelino. I'm an Angelino.
Right.
I've been here for so long, but Miami is where my formative years.
Oh, wow.
You were born and raised in L.A.
I was born and raised in L.A.
You got to get one of our LAFC born and raised.
I do.
Pullovers or
I
shirts.
do. Born and raised, man.
Yeah.
Dad born and raised.
See, I can't wear that because I was not born here.
Yes, I know.
Slightly raised.
I know. Slightly raised. Born and raised. I think I'm 3rd generation of born and raised now. So we've been in
Although
LA
I
for a while.
think I saw Denny Buonga wearing a born and raised, and I know for a fact
he
was
not born
nor
and raised
in LA.
So it's really just a
it's,
shirt.
Yeah, you could wear it.
You could rock.
You could all wear it.
Yeah, you guys.
Go to LAFC HQ by the stadium. Do some Christmas shopping.
Grab some of that.
Go to LAFC.com. You can get some shop. People love it. We got some great gear.
Now, Max,
That was unsolicited.
That was unsolicited. But we'll take it. I mean, I want to know. I've got merch all over. Happy holidays right here.
I know a lot of people that would love to
Little
wear
grimace.
the Santa Grimace. They brought them all back.
I love it.
Who's the burglar?
Oh
my God, McDonald's. The wonderful people at McDonald's are going to be so upset.
why are you putting us
There's
on the
Mayor
spot?
Mick. Jeez, let me pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. I'll pull it all up. And then I'll have it here, and I'll look like a champion for McDonald's.
You will look like a champion.
And I might get a Big Mac, a number 1. So do we know the colors here?
So what I'd love to do, production, because we're not having comms, the player who is, we'll just pick a color. Okay.
What is it?
So blue. So it's black, right? So black is Kellen. Okay.
Because he's got the blue controller? No.
Blue controller. Got it. The controller? Well, there's no blue jersey. There's just black. You mean jersey or controller? There's no
No blue. You mean black?
Black. The dark jersey, right? Yes. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
We got to the bottom. Kellen in black. Kellen is, I like to say when I call LAFC games, is back. Back in black.
Back in black. So this is Dean already off to the races.
Right
Kellen
through.
Whoa, this should be a goal. That's got to be a goal. What a start.
That was like 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, pause the
Okay,
game.
hold on.
Let's recalibrate it.
He's got to get his settings. Oh, you know that's a bad goal.
Remember, Kellen won his first game, so he comes in with a lot of confidence. And then look at his face.
But remember,
Kellen's like, what happened?
But remember, Dean hadn't played.
Oh.
He had that bye round, so we don't know what Dean would have done game 1, but we know what he did game 1 for himself. Well, oh my goodness.
That's got to be tough for Kellen because obviously there was something he didn't like from the kick.
Right.
That he immediately saw and made the change.
Right. And I think it had to do with the camera angle because it was a funky camera angle. It wasn't the classic view for FIFA. However, that is what they agreed to, and they started the game. They took a lot of time in their settings and maybe a bit of an oversight. Still a lot of game to make up for.
The Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar, I knew it. I was like, I didn't want to say the burglar because that's...
There's also Birdie the early bird and Officer Big Mac, and, of course, Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald, of course.
Dean's on it again.
Dean is looking dangerous here, threatening from all sides of the pitch. A nice cross inside, making it dangerous. Kellen with his first response. Bit rushed, but you could tell he's ready to get forward. But Dean's just found the openings.
Again. Staying on side. Good ball in.
Good
Open.
Ball. Couldn't cut it inside like he wanted to.
No. Now let's see if Kellen can stretch his legs out. Great ball.
I love
from
this.
Bella. Is that Kellen Acosta? Oh, taking off his foot.
Good stuff from both sides. This is a different paced game than what we just saw.
If you get a shot, you got to take it. I mean, the one thing I've noticed is like people take that extra touch. That extra don't have it.
Yep. And he's got width here. He can play it through. Oh. You're absolutely right.
Dangerous here. Turned over.
Dean.
It's a good shot.
Wanted to just...
Dean representing LAO. He has a twin.
Does he?
Yeah.
Always interesting.
Part of...
kind of
a partnership, I guess you'd call it.
An inseparable
Legit
partnership.
Twins.
I just played tennis last night with a friend of mine who's a twin. So look at that. Great group. Fraternal or identical is what we really need to see. Might have
We'll ask Dean.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a photo and we can determine it for him.
Dean been off to the races. He loses that one though, and this is a breakthrough for Kellen. Still 4 defenders.
Numbers out wide.
Swarming him. But Kellen's kept it.
Again, that one pass too many. But that's the best exchange from Kellen.
Yeah.
Parker using Kellen Acosta.
Yes.
This is a great game. This is wide open.
Yes, and that's the difference. We saw it more compact in the first game, playing up the middle, a lot of short passes. These guys are getting over the top. They're getting wide. They're using pace. And they're taking shots.
I love it, too, because we're showing different games, and we're not showing you all the games. There's all the games being played as we show you our featured game.
Right.
But everyone's going to get a chance to be in that, and this is for the Twitch, so their friends and family can see it. Yeah. It's cool. It's like you get all the eyeballs for this certain game. Maybe if you keep winning, you'll get another one.
You'll get another. There's a guaranteed way to get some eyeballs, and that's to get to the final. These two players, Kellen, Dean, trying to do exactly that. Dean up 1-0. To start it off, Ryan Hollingshead with a good defensive stop there for Kellen, but Dean gets the ball right back.
Good pass.
Great pass to get things going.
One more. Could be offside.
Oh.
No, flag is down. Their flag goes up.
Yeah, that was close. Good idea.
Just like in a real sport, a delayed flag.
A delayed flag. That's just been a whole new...
what do you think about it?
I don't know. It's just been a whole new thing to train your brain to play that way, right? As a player, I think I would have been... I would have needed a couple years.
Some people would say if you're going to do the delayed flag, that referees shouldn't call penalties to let the
The
VAR,
VAR called the penalty.
determine it,
basically.
because sometimes you can't reverse it if it's too close. But this is
Right.
this opens another can of worms for our
Yes.
sport. So I
It
don't know
is
if we want
interesting.
more of that.
I like the accuracy of some things, but I mean, there's the inevitability of the humanity of getting a call wrong that is frustrating, but a part of the sport.
Part of the sport.
You know, that I think every player, when they go into that stadium, understands is a possibility.
Sure. No VAR in EAFC. They always get the call correct.
They always get it right. These
When-
refs.
Why don't we? Would that be an interesting introduction to the game? You know, like, and it would just drive people crazy. Go, we're introducing bad calls.
Well, imagine, you know, you only experience soccer this way, and then you play an actual game, and
I'm
you start
telling
getting
you.
bad. Well, how'd you get that wrong? FIFA never gets it wrong. AFC never gets it wrong.
Food for thought, EAFC. throw a little glitch in there, and maybe see, you know, have a clear offside that you don't call.
I like it. If there's like a manager
A
mode, I
dicey
like
penalty.
that. A dicey penalty.
Coming in EAFC 25.
Referee FC
Referee FC.
25. Be a ref. Make all the bad calls. Check your social media afterwards.
We're not bringing this referee back next year.
Meet with the referee board. Get fined.
Referee's a tough job.
Make it to reffing the finals or the cup.
It's a one-on-one. So no extra goals. I mean, Kellen's got his bearings, so the adjustment he made was clearly the right one.
Yes, definitely. And I think he was just letting Dean in a little too quickly. And once he shaped that out, he was allowing the crosses, allowing him to play in front of him, but holding a nice line. He got the offsides call a couple of times. Dean hasn't been able to go over the top. It's been good adjustments from Kellen. Now let's see if he can do it on the offensive end.
So it is Kellen going right to left now in the black jerseys.
Yes. And Dean in the white.
And a victory here for Kellen.
Oh, this looks bad.
Oh, this could put it away.
This looks bad.
Great ball.
Yes.
No
This
celebration
looks
from
bad.
Dean. So much respect between these supporter groups.
But a smile. You can see the smile.
I mean, Dean all of a sudden is moving in the head of the class.
And this has been a good performance. And it's 2 sub-5-minute goals at the start of the half. And that's just the way Dean has done it. And that's all you need to do.
Still a lot of time for Kellen.
He's got to get control of this game. He needs one.
Yeah, and even there was probably an opportunity where goals differential and goal scores will come into play. So you're encouraged to go for it.
Oh, my.
And that is exactly what Dean is doing.
Whew. Dean just those little small chips over into the 6-yard box. And he's anticipating that. And Kellen seems to be a step late. And so Dean's actually getting on the end of some kind of unorthodox chips into the box.
I think some fans will be enjoying picking their favorites regardless of which supporter group they play for, just by the way they play. And you can see that with Dean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he split it right through for number 3.
Oh, my goodness, Dean. Wow.
That's not fair. You have to show Kellen after giving up a 3rd goal and the camera right in his face there.
Oh, man. And that was a left footer from Bawanga.
3-0.
A hat trick from Bawanga. Hat trick for Dean.
I'm picking Dean to win this tournament.
Dean looks solid.
I know it's one game. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but I am.
Well, he's just been clinical, and he almost keeps that in. Lot of game left to play. Dean, his first. He got to buy the first round, so this would put him basically 2-0.
I like what you said about scoring early in the halves, too. I mean, that's been huge. Just being ready when that whistle's blown.
And he's just killed. He's taken the wind out of Kellen's sails, really. I mean, that second goal, any hope Kellen had mustered over that halftime
Great passing.
It was gone. But I think Dean's finishing, to me, has been the difference. I mean, we've seen chances like this in previous games, but Dean has actually put them away most of the time.
I know in years past with EAFC, they were some concern about being able to produce off corner kicks, but it looks like there's some good chances to be had in this latest edition.
It is a tough thing.
Good pass.
Just patience, too. Holds onto the ball the right way. And look at this. Things open up, and that's a penalty.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Chiellini steps in.
Stipe Buke who's getting some run here.
And this is to make it 4 for Dean.
Not everyone's good at penalties. Oh, right down
up
trap
the
there.
middle. Whew. That is rough. That is a rough one. Kellen obviously trying to get his head back in the game at this point. Not much you can do except hope for a miracle.
We're still only halfway through the second half.
With a 10-minute half, he'd be feeling a lot easier about that. But that's in our semis. And now he's got about 2.5 minutes left. He's got to stop Dean here. Dean, though, looking unstoppable. Great touch.
The passing's been on.
Yeah.
I'm sure these other competitors are probably taking a peek at this, seeing what he's capable of.
4-0.
It's a big scoreline.
And I think Dean, he's been so dominant so early, we may not have gotten the chance to see what Kellen can do. Obviously, he's got a win under his belt already.
Yeah, it's tough when you allow a goal that early.
He's playing off his game and from behind.
Yeah.
And see these little chips into the 6. It's unorthodox.
But he's won a penalty through that.
Yep.
So
he just gets it into the mix and he lets good things happen.
let's get one for Kellen.
He's
Denny
only got
Bouanga. Oh, forced to save.
Good strike. I'm cutting that in. I'm faking that shot, cutting it in. And some subs here going on for both of them. Still playing it out. A lot of respect. These LAFC supporters, they know that they respect the game inside and out.
Consume a lot of soccer.
Yeah. That's definitely, when you start making subs, I think that's where you go to another level of EAFC. I mean, there's the, let's just play.
Don't touch the,
yeah.
Do not touch the
and my
subs.
players are tired and I don't even try. Then you start to play subs. Then you start to change your formations. That's when you know you're really dealing with somebody there. Kellen, off the mark.
I thought it was a good corner kick setup, something different, just the finishing wasn't there.
And it's a tough shot. He's going away from his right foot and striking it there, trying to curl it in.
There are the substitutions. 10 minutes of game time here. Dean is going to start with a victory and 4 goals in the bank. Perhaps some more coming. He's got numbers. Oh, this is 5.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
Dean.
Very hard to dispossess.
Dean Ramos.
That was a Kellen Acosta goal.
He's playing for him and his twin right now. He is double trouble.
Scream for me for those that support LAO.
And it's just clinical in the box. Kellen acting like, as he should, can't really catch a break right now. Even that goes off for a corner. Gives Dean another chance. Boy, oh boy, this has been a performance to see. But this guy, he's already set himself apart. I mean, 2 World Cups in Russia and Brazil. That is a lot. I mean, you've been to multiple World Cups.
I have not.
You have not been to a World Cup?
No, I was supposed to work on 4 World Cups, and for some reason,
here's
it
Kellen.
didn't happen.
There's Kellen.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
I'm sorry, Mac. I didn't know it was a sore
he's doing the
subject.
gritty.
I thought certainly.
Good goal there. Good goal. That 5-1 looks a lot better than 5-0.
That's right.
And listen, top 2 go through, so Kellen has a victory. You can't put your head down.
Could it be 5-2?
Yes.
It will be. All right, Kellen.
That has to feel great after you were getting shoved around a fair bit.
And
I don't think there's going to be time for 5-3.
I don't think
But never say never.
But this is what happens sometimes when you have 2 offensive style players. One person gets that heavyweight punch early, and it doesn't leave the other offensive player enough time to get into their rhythm. They're playing defense too much. And I could tell, Kellen, if he had gotten that early goal and he was playing free, he might have actually taken this game.
8 attempts for Denny Bouanga and Dean there. Really impressive. Let me see. Let me hold that hat over there.
Yeah.
I just want to see how that looks.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Wow. You are iconic right now. I think this is something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. Feels like we're about to drop our
It's a cool
mixtape
hat.
right now.
McDonald's has some good gear.
McDonald's has great gear.
Someone else's hat. Someone who works here at Gen G is going, why is he wearing my hat?
No, that's my.
it's
hat.
yours?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
they gave it to me today.
I'm going to give it back. I just want to look a little cooler than I was looking.
I'm as long, I'm honored, man. I'm honored. Please wear my hat.
One more look. How's it look, everybody?
It looks great. I love this. Max Bredos. Is that? Can I get a
That's what it is. That's how the sound you make when you have an icy cold Diet Dr. Pepper.
Icy cold Diet Dr. Pepper. In fact, I'm waiting for like a Diet Dr. Pepper to show up right here. I feel like you've dropped enough hints.
By the way, did you ever see like one time, I think it was Clemson won the college football national title, and they visited the president. It was President Trump.
Uh-huh.
And then he laid out all this McDonald's. And some people go, why don't you get them like steak and shrimp? And the players go, this is exactly what we wanted.
Exactly what
Miles
we want.
of Big Macs and quarter pounders and fries. And they're like,
I wouldn't
college kids.
I wouldn't mind some McDonald's on this table right now. I'm just saying, anybody listening, a Coke, a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Keep doing that, it might happen.
It could happen. We have people.
They're hearing us.
They're hearing us.
Right.
Well, one of the cool things about what we've seen so far is variety, I think, Max. We saw Dean and Kellen go after it. Dean, obviously, thunderous start, and he continued roaring till the end of the game where Kellen had a bit of a bark. Maybe not a bark in Spanish, but a bark. Indeed.
Well, he's going to feel good. I mean, he's going back into the pen there and going, all right, I got a couple goals.
Yeah.
I know I can score against him. He's in my group.
Right.
So maybe I don't finish ahead of him, but two people go through. And then maybe you see each other a little further down the road.
But you got to be looking good if you're Kellen, right? Both of those players have to be happy because they've got a bye, I believe, in one of their – and Kellen already won that other game.
Yeah.
So it's looking like he has – unless something drastically goes wrong, I would believe that Kellen actually would probably have a bye now. If that's still the four-person group that they're in.
Would you like to have a bye if you had a couple games just to get reset?
See, I would like if the bye, I think in this situation, I think it benefits Kellen because he's going in with a little confidence. He scored the last 2 goals. He knows he can score. If he sees Dean again, he'll have a different approach to that game. But I do like having a bye here, knowing, okay, I did enough. I won. I lost to Dean, but I think I'm still through. This should.
Dean is 2-0.
Right. Oh, but see, he's got to still figure out what's going on with Jason because Jason's got to win as well, and that's really who Kellen has to worry about right now. Anthony's already got a loss.
And then on the other side, Chris Gomez of Lucky's is 2-0, and Christian Ortiz of Tigers, who we saw, is also 2-0.
Yeah, so that is Christian jumping out and Chris G to early favorites. Dean, obviously, a great player. Kellen with a few wins. That Group A is actually mired by just 2 dominant powerhouses in the Chris's.
Yeah.
Also,
Dean got the bye. You get an automatic win.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that automatic win is going to exactly. Based on, I believe, Chris, who was not able to make it.
Now we're making some headway here.
We are making some headway.
We'll get pretty close to figure out who is going to move through. I mean, you have people who are 2-0 and 0-2. It's a point of no return for some of these players.
That is.
So,
but you gotta say this is all part of it. I mean, these little moments. Sometimes I like these about tournaments the most because it's just there's nothing set yet. Everything is still moving, and when you really look at it, I mean, in terms of your mental state, once you're in the semis, you start to feel you relax a little bit. But these little moments of what went wrong here are what gets you, I think, to the finals. And sometimes people just go through this moment so fast trying to get to the semis. As you see here,
spin and win.
You also have an opportunity to just enjoy the moment and go over to our McDonald's booth here where they've got a chance to spin. Look at that, all that fresh gear. Max, you can get a hat of your own.
Yeah, why don't I have a hat?
Is that a Grimace hat?
There's a Grimace beanie, or there's another character whose name escapes me. Is well represented there, but there is a Grimace sock.
Oh, nice.
Little Grimace sock, which would be a great stocking stuffer.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I might actually have those socks. I'm not going to lie. I might have those socks.
Don't worry. Those are comfortable socks for the home. You wear them at home.
Well, look, you see what I'm wearing right here?
You're wearing the burger.
Look, I got McDonald's socks going on right here. I don't mean to, bring this up, but this is real.
But you did it anyway.
This is also hurting me to hold
that looks
this.
very painful.
It's Max was like, I couldn't do this.
I could not.
Anyways, we're representing. Oh, and also my cup. Look at that. We got a little McDonald's cup.
I'm a clean slate.
I'm geared out.
One of them
I'm geared out
Getting one of them
in a good
hats.
way. I also need to check. Was there Santa gear over? I thought I saw. It looked like a Santa hat.
There's a Santa. There is a Santa hat.
Okay, I need a Santa hat.
Let me see
need
if
one
I
of
can
those.
find the rest of these characters.
I gotta get one, please.
There's got to be more. McDonald's. There's more characters here that are not represented.
You're on the mission.
Hey, Mayor McCheese.
Mayor
McCheese.
McCheese. I'm not gonna.
And there's a few other that I don't think they. I think these are ones that didn't have much of a following. Uncle O'Grimacy.
Well, I can't
This
even.
was all the heyday when I'm a lot older probably than most people here. And we used to go to McDonald's. They had the cups with the characters, and they had the artwork in every McDonald's restaurant. You go in there, and now they're bringing them back.
Now
People love them.
The cool thing is they're bringing them back. Here's the thing: I had never, up until the point of I had known of the Hamburglar. I hadn't seen Grimace before. It missed my era of growing up in McDonald's and getting Happy Meals. I think it had just gone. And when it came back with the Grimace shake, which was a phenomenal. Have you had that shake?
No, but I saw
It is so good.
But I saw people. It was like a social media phenomenon.
It was a phenomenon. I'm not sure if it's something that is brand acknowledged, but it was a phenomenon.
For a limited time.
For a limited time, and that really got my eyes open to the characters that they were bringing back.
How would you describe what the Grimace shake tasted like?
I would say like vanilla. It was like a vanilla with almost, it felt like little morsels of I don't know, like Twix or it was like a little bit of that, but not, it was mostly like vanilla, a hint of cherry. It sounds weird, but it was delicious.
You sound like Gordon Ramsay over here.
I mean, it was
little hints of
a little hint of cherry
and
vanilla with
Twix bits.
some type of bite that just makes you go, wow, Max, just
Well,
lights your pants on fire.
Rain Day, I want a Grimace shake right now.
Yeah. Well, it's just what I do, Max. I go
good.
stream and I talk about McDonald's cuisine.
Get a Grimace shake and a McRib.
Find your local McDonald's restaurant. And
McRib is back. I was actually in the drive-thru of McDonald's recently, and it's back.
It's back, is it? Wow, it's big. That's big. We have so many. I mean, I could talk about McDonald's pretty much all day. It's been a huge part of my life. I think there's no other fast food that I could really discuss.
Not to talk too much more about it, but I travel a lot, and then when I get there and I can get the breakfast combo with
oh no, don't get me started
sausage
on breakfast.
McMuffin,
Oh
that
yes,
hash brown cake,
yes,
and an orange juice. I won't drink coffee
yes.
because I want to sleep on the plane, but that lets me get a nice 2 hours.
Let me tell you this. I used to go into school. That was my order. I got the egg McMuffin because I don't eat pork, but it's not religious or anything. Just dietary. I don't really eat a lot of pork, so I get the egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
Just with the egg and the cheese.
How about a McGriddle?
I can go with a McGriddle, but again, I don't do any of the sausage or the.
No, but there's an egg one, I think.
There is an egg McGriddle. Yeah. I haven't
egg
really.
and cheese McGriddle.
Yeah. The hash browns. So 2 egg McMuffins, 2 hash browns, no Canadian bacon. The orange juice. I mean, that was like my order. That was like I'm getting that tomorrow.
What did you have a tape for?
What's
going on?
I
here?
actually have I have a McDonald's stream I'm doing tomorrow morning. I'm ordering that exact same thing. And the
Wow.
orange juice is fantastic.
The orange is great. It's
That's
so
a great call.
refreshing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you just not do coffee at all, or do you do?
No, I do coffee, and I think McDonald's has very good coffee. But when I'm there, it's usually at 6 a.m. flight, so I want to.
You want to sleep?
I want to sleep.
Wow. Yeah.
That sets me good.
So Max, talk to me a little.
I'm
bit
not
about
having
your
2
schedule.
orders like some people.
Oh well, listen. Hey, when I indulge, especially when I'm doing my Gordon Ramsay and I'm talking about the egg McMuffin.
Created a monster.
The McMuffin. It's not just an egg. You fool. You idiot.
They're going to hire Gordon Ramsay to do an ad campaign. Like if he needs more money, Gordon Ramsay and his
Gordon Ramsay by Rain Day.
here at the morning, right before at McDonald's.
Yeah. I'm at
Get
McDonald's.
my feed on.
It's in the morning. I don't know if they're up, but we're going to find out.
Make sure you're there before 10:30 because they switch it to the lunch menu.
That's right. She doesn't we don't like late people here. We do not like late people.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
2 matches.
So we're going into the third round.
Oh, we see there's some. Hold on. What's going on here? There's some magic happening.
Oh,
what is this?
some coffees, I believe.
What is this? Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, we were just talking about it. What is that?
Coffee. I can have coffee now because it's not 6 a.m. I'm sure there's the creams and so forth. Yes.
Wow.
There's one for you.
You know what? This is going to be phenomenal.
Sugar?
Win in Rome. Why not?
Cream?
Win at the Gingy headquarters for the LAFC
Okay.
supportters tournament powered by
Thank you,
McDonald's.
McDonald's. I'm going to assume that this was hand-delivered by Grimace.
Or the hamburger.
The hamburger.
Who was the hamburger?
Hamburger and his sticky fingers.
Is this safe? All right, we'll trust you.
There we go.
We'll trust you.
This will help the game calling experience too.
You know, this is my first
It is.
coffee.
It's 8:30 Pacific time.
This is my first coffee in about 13 days.
Wow.
I went off caffeine for a little bit just to, reset.
And you're going sugar and
yeah.
cream.
Well, when you go, you go.
When in Rome.
You know, I got two, my two egg McMuffins. I mean, you know how I roll.
Yeah. There we go.
So Max, what's a normal? We got this little downtime here. What's a normal travel schedule for you when you're traveling? You're covering LAFC or you're working. What does that look like for you? You get up and usually fly out at 6.
I like to go the night before.
Okay.
So I'll fly out. Say the game's on a Saturday, Friday, get in at like 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people will go the day before. You'd like to go even earlier if you can get the coach meetings, but we do all the stuff remotely. So we'll talk to them maybe the Thursday, the day before. Get in Friday, settle in, Saturday morning, get up. We're gonna have a game here. We're gonna get our next game here shortly, and then get your lineups, get familiar, last minute preparations. Head to the stadium around 3 o'clock. Game starts at 7, and then wheels up the next morning and. As early as you can get out.
As early as you can get out of there.
Because earlier, the best chance of not being canceled. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And
cheers.
Cheers, yes.
Cheers. First sip's always the best one.
Oh, man. That's good.
Jonathan and Christian.
All right, Jonathan's in the white. Christian is in the black. And, we've been talking a little bit about Christian. We saw him get that first win. We get to see him again now if he can repeat and go join the 2-0 club. Or Christian actually looks like he's 2-0 already. He could be 3-0.
Tigers supporters group.
Yep.
And Jonathan will be representing Black Army.
We got
Many of these supporter groups are regional too. Different parts of LA where some are more open.
Yep. How does, I think for those curious, is there a process of becoming an affiliate or someone who's a member of these supporters groups? Do you know anything about?
Yeah, no, there is a process, and
I would imagine.
And trust me, that they are bringing in new members all the time. But if you're part of that supporters group, you've got to be ready to make that commitment, which is support.
It is
at a very high level, going to events, and when you're at the game, a level of support that very few can touch.
Yeah.
You see with the 32-52. Many of them don't watch the game because they are there firing up that whole section and their back is turned. I've talked to them all the time and go, yeah, we have to go home and rewatch it because our priority number one is to get the stadium up and running.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, wow. That is it is a commitment for sure, but it's something that gives back. And that community, even though they work very, very hard, so tight-knit.
To answer your question, you want to be in the supporter, but you have to be prepared for that commitment.
Right, right.
They take it very seriously.
Yeah, it's no joke.
You have to make appearances around town, and it's when they build tifos and people, they get together and they lean into the expertise of those supporters as well, in whatever walk of life that they are involved with.
One of my favorite stories as we continue to see a bit of a scuffle midfield, not much headway made by either Jonathan or Christian here. Jonathan in the white, Christian in the black. It's just how the supporters were trained over these last few seasons, sending representatives of each of these supporters groups to places in Europe to learn, even South America, about how to truly put on that spectacle as a fan and create the environment that we see so many of the iconic clubs in Europe, in South America produce, and bring that to the MLS.
LAFC took their lead from Borussia Dortmund a lot, and they made trips over to Germany to see the supporter culture. And Borussia Dortmund really is at the forefront of that. If you look at their games, they are absolutely spectacular. And I love how Christian has gone with the Santa hat, too.
Yeah.
And by the way, if he wins this game, he's pretty much through to the semis.
I think he's 3-0. I think he's
Yeah.
3-0 if he wins this game. I think this would secure it for Christian.
So maybe we should be pulling for Jonathan so we have a little more drama on the back end.
I like the
All
drama.
due respect to Christian and the Tigers supporter group.
Oh, but Christian could be in right here, and it could be a finish. He goes for the chip. Not enough. I like the idea.
That's a tough thing.
That's a hard shot.
Because if you hit it too hard, you're not going to.
Yeah.
You have a very small window between the keeper and the crossbar.
Defensively, though, I don't know if Jonathan's got it together yet for what Christian is doing. And I think this is a little window here. Christian has had possession a lot. He's been able to break through.
Oh, what a slip.
And now you can see one pass is probably going to open it. Christian should have a good opportunity here. He doesn't take it.
It was a beautiful sequence by Christian. And we said they were bottled in there early on, but now Christian's starting to take hold of this.
Yeah. You just hope Jonathan, again, that first goal, so important. Keeping it 0-0, it just gives you all the possibility that you need. Could have had a through ball there, but it's good defense. Now this giveaway gives Jonathan a chance, but he goes backwards. And in a way, he gives Christian a pretty decent advantage here. It's one-on-one. Can he do something with it? Nods it back.
Not enough numbers. Oh, but he got a great ball in.
Oh!
Oh, a delayed yellow for Quique Oliveira.
And it's a corner kick for Christian.
We're very proud of Christian Oliveira. He has been representing Uruguay in World Cup qualifying.
Wow.
So he has a big future ahead of him.
Yeah, what a national team.
Oof.
Well, no small feat to play for Uruguay.
I would love to see the expected goal flash up here.
That would be great.
Because I think Christian's number is going to be very telling.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're going to show it.
That's advantage played for Jonathan. He's
Get
just
it
having
wide.
trouble. He's having trouble getting in, and you can see Christian's creating that. He's holding that player, and he's just holding his line so well onto the last option that Jonathan has. So there's no through ball available, and he's not able to press. His team's not getting up fast enough. So this is it's a really good game plan executed by Christian to just keep Jonathan in his half.
Better from Jonathan, but that last pass. And they reach halftime with no goal scored. I think Jonathan's going to be pretty happy about that.
I think he will be happy to take 0 goals. And Christian, he'll be a little frustrated, but he'll be confident. But as, you know, if you get past this first 5-10 minutes, which start of a half, start of a game, kind of the most deadliest time for a lot of goals to be scored, I think he'll start to get a little worried. Maybe that, you know, a draw could be upon him after 2 wins.
Yeah. Christian getting a lot of face time tonight.
He is. He is.
This was random, but he is the beneficiary. So much so that he could go with the fashion statement with the
Santa hat.
The Santa
He's
hat.
been on so many times. He doesn't have to, you know, play it cool anymore. He could start to flex it out a little bit. He could relax.
I should be really locked in. All I can think about is that grimace shake.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, it is worth it.
I just got to wait till when they return.
That's right.
Here we go. Oh, maybe we should have gone to goal there.
Oh, that's not a typical shot. He likes to get that in a little more. I think he just wants to keep the pressure on. It was a tough chance, left foot from outside the box, but now he's headed it down inside. Shot fake, 2 in a row. He's taking his time.
Good shot.
And it goes off the defender. Jonathan just trying to stay alive here, sweating bullets. Not able to break out just yet.
Nervous moment. Playing out of the back.
I like his confidence to still do so, though, even under duress.
Onside.
You can see he's trying to figure it out. Christian just bringing so many back so quickly.
Playing a higher line there is Christian.
There it is, that little cheeky chip.
Carlos Vela.
Good one-on-one skill.
Trying to time that run, but clogged up there by Jonathan. So as we reach the hour mark of the game, no score. And now Jonathan against the run of play.
Well, it's maybe not even a chance, maybe a half chance, or a half chance, but it was the most dangerous Jonathan had looked. And now,
there we go.
Christian.
Overlap.
He sees
Oh,
it.
yes,
Touch,
onside.
and a finish.
Oh, great goal.
And that's class.
Pump your hand there. Pump your fist, Christian. That was a beautiful goal.
School is in session. Oh, he had to have gotten some credit for that because that was an absolute lesson. Beautiful movement, easy from Christian. Now Jonathan's got to be a little worried.
Little break. Just like our McCafe, the cream is rising to the top
And
for these players.
And so is my energy levels. Like Christian's goal count.
But he want more goals. I mean, we've seen with Dean earlier where he put up 5.
Which was you know, it's a massive testament to do that to the players of this caliber from the LAFC supporters, all nominated internally, all have to pass those internal tests of are you good enough to represent our entire supporter group, and now going head-to-head against each other for a chance at a PS5 trophy, hundreds of dollars of McDonald's gift cards, and Jonathan is equalized.
Big time. And look, no celebration. Hits the button. Let's get back to midfield. He wants to win this.
Am I watching Harvey Dent here? Is this two-faced? What happened? Jonathan looks like a completely different player one moment, and it's all level. Max, I didn't see that coming, but...
No, that was really his first shot. First quality chance.
You know what? I don't think Christian saw it coming either.
No, I think Christian's got to be very nervous at this point. I felt like this was in the bank. Offside. Mario Gonzalez making an appearance.
Now we have a game.
First and second place take home, and as you mentioned, all the participants will get the Arch card and some swag. But you know, second place is great. First place, PS5, and a very special honor that we will not tell you just yet, but you'll find out soon enough when you stay with us. Look at Jonathan.
Oh, this has got to be scary. This has got to be scary for Christian. I think his own player gets in the way.
Did it take a deflection?
I think that's a
I like
goal
that
kick.
Argyle black and gold flag. That would look good on a pair of socks.
That would. Or a sweater. I used to wear Argyle sweaters.
Argyle sweater, very nice.
When I was in, maybe when I was in 10th grade.
It's
a strange time to break out the Argyle. But I did
like
it.
something your mom would get you.
I think that's what happened. I pulled it off, but
I bought it. You're wearing it. Okay.
All right.
So what's going on here? This is there's like 12 minutes of game time. They just wanted to get their bearings.
I think they're looking at subs. I think this is the moment, and I think getting bearings as well. I mean, both these players know for Jonathan this is probably a must-win.
Look at this.
Christian still has an opportunity outside of it, but Jonathan has found a spark of life here.
Penalty. No.
Not enough. Could have been if one of those new features of the dicey call had been implemented.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about.
Yay.
Yay, come on.
But Christian, it's just stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the traffic going his way, and now it's if it looks like someone's going to win this, it's going to be Jonathan.
Well, the key about Jonathan and really Christian, Christian was stopping him before he can get through. We have no idea.
I say that, of course.
How his recovery has been. Christian has a chance.
Oh,
and it's heartbreak for Jonathan.
I'm sorry. I take the blame on that, Jonathan. Me and my big mouth.
It's revelry for Christian.
Denny Buanga strike from outside the area. That will probably win this game.
Such relief from him.
That's a nice replay.
He's not showing it.
Hypermotion technology.
Is that
new?
I think so. EAFC, I got to spend some more time in it. The problem is no one wants to play me in this game, at least who are my,
You too good?
family or thing. Yeah, I think my cousin actually is quite good.
Well, that's the intimidating part. Is I can't play a lot of people because I'll get shelled.
Yeah, and
I don't want to experience that.
And you know what? To be fair, they don't want to do that either. I mean, it's
not
tough.
good for them.
You got to find the right sparring partner.
Good advice.
But this game in online modes is fantastic. If you haven't played it, definitely do it. I remember some of my favorite online games. First, when online wasn't even a thing, and it started to become a thing back with older internet. I found so much love playing online opponents in FIFA, and now EAFC 24.
Christian wants one more. That should be it for this game. We've avoided these ties up till now, and that's it. Christian's into the semis, 3-0.
Great performance.
He will not be caught.
And it's tough, too. You know, I'm excited to see these guys start playing now, especially Christian, who's in the semis, the 10-minute halves, because I think, or the games, because I think
That's a long game.
Yeah.
I think like 10 minutes, but that's a long game.
No, I
You
know.
really
it's a
have
long
to be
game. I think we're
locked in there.
But I think we get to see them bounce back through these levels. Like, I think Christian, you know, we get to see him tested for about a minute and a half. But then it kind of, once he gets that goal, pressure's off, game's about to be over. But if he has to survive Jonathan for another 4 minutes, I think this starts to become a different story, and we get to really see what Christian can do in adversity. He showed well, though, in being able to kind of go in those moments that he's maybe surprised and still find a way to come out on top with a 2-1 victory over Jonathan. Christian, great stuff representing the Tiger supporters group. He goes 3-0 in his group, and we'll keep the brackets up here for a moment and break it down. Chris G, 2-0 as it stands as well. Daniel, 0-3 on the side of Group A, so you can guarantee Christian will be moving on. Group B still haven't updated those stats, those standings outside of Dean. We know he has those 2 wins.
Well, Chris Gomez of Lucky's is pretty close, too. So, I mean, he gets that win. Group A will be kind of done and dusted.
And now I think what's happened here, that must have been round – that might have been round 3. Let's see, 5 versus 3. That would be Jonathan versus Christian. So that was actually round 3. So round 4, 2 versus 5.
Oscar and Jonathan.
Oscar and Jonathan are going to play, so that will be interesting. Chris, who is he playing? Because that's 4. So 4 versus 3. So that means Christian is going to be playing Chris G is going to be playing Chris O.
Chris Gomez of Lucky's, and Chris O would be Christian Ortiz, who we've already seen twice.
So if Oscar actually beats Jonathan, that would and Christian beats Chris G, that would actually put Oscar, I believe, at the same level as Chris G. So they both be 2-1.
Right, and they would probably start looking at some tiebreakers.
That's right. That's right. So that's an exciting side of the bracket over there. I like this.
We need the Group B to start to fill out a little bit.
Yes.
Get more games.
We
We'll
need
have a
some
better
more.
idea. We know Dean is the goods.
Yes.
Dean was outstanding.
He was.
With his 5 goals that he was able to score. Dean Ramos of LAO, first time we saw him. That was the most impressive game we have seen, and that was the only one he's played thus far.
Yes.
So
yeah, and I think that's when you look at highlights of this tournament so far. I'm looking at Christian. I'm looking at Dean. I think Kellen still sticks in my mind because of how he responded to Dean, scoring 2 goals, the 2 firepower offensive type styles. Now I'm really curious to see if maybe what we saw from Jonathan can be more consistent. Obviously, we know Christian has not lost. Jonathan getting a goal on that, a good goal as well. Can he somehow maybe climb up a little bit later on in this bracket?
yeah,
Good questions to answer.
and you build up. I mean, if you're not
That's
having
right.
to a good group stage, just get into the semifinals. Take your chances. It's like me in fantasy football. I'm always a late bloomer, but when I get to the business end, that's when you strike. That's when you have to play your best game.
That's right. Absolutely. I mean, I
So
think.
we don't know yet.
How has it been, by the way? You doing well in your league, fantasy football?
Well, our playoffs begin, and I finished 3rd.
Fantastic.
So it's a 6-team playoff.
Okay.
So I'm playing the 6. I'm pretty confident.
You feel pretty confident about that.
Yes. I had to, not to sound too macabre here, but last year I was going to win it, and then DeMar Hamlin on that last Monday night game, they canceled the game.
Oh man.
And they happened, so we couldn't finish our season.
Wow.
For an obviously a very important reason.
Yeah.
I remember that, and I was like, because I had the Buffalo, I don't know why I'm talking about it. Buffalo Bills tight end. And we went there, and then that happened, so it was pretty jarring.
Wow.
Obviously, that was jarring for everyone.
Wow. Well, you know what? Yeah, exactly. And you know, I think when you look at the ways that some of these things go, you can't predict. You can't predict it,
Yeah.
and you just kind of have to go with, you know.
For
what
somebody in
happens.
the soccer circles, I'm pretty handy at my fantasy football, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting a little hot in here. I hear there's some requests
Oh, about the grimace?
for me to take my jacket off. Well, you know what, guys? I got it.
Look how happy Grimace is.
Look at this. Happy holidays.
He's
Look
a
at that.
happy-
This is in the.
Critter.
That's right.
He's waving.
Now, can I get my Santa hat because I've done this so I can match Grimace? Can someone bring me a Santa hat?
So the hat is like someone ordering, can I get a...
Can I get a
number 1?
Can I get a number 1 and a Santa hat and Diet Dr.
Diet Dr.
Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper,
It's
and a
usually,
Coke.
do you have Diet Dr. Pepper? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes,
no,
we
it's
do.
great. I mean, McDonald's.
Can I get my 2 sausage, egg, cheese McMuffins? Doubling it up.
Yeah, but
Rain
but
days
no,
doubling it
no
up.
Canadian bacon, right? Right. We just do the egg and the cheese. We're in there. I
Yeah.
double up because one's too good.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
need
in
the
between.
full second one. I just kind of need another bite after I'm done with the
Yeah.
first one. You know.
Then maybe you can find someone there and go, hey,
That's
would you
right.
like
Hey,
the rest
would
of
you
my
like
hash
the rest
brown?
of my hash brown? It's actually, one of the cool things about this event too is it's a tournament comprised of a charity event as well, and obviously a celebration of a great partnership that's been happening, I believe, for many, many years. I don't want to get this wrong because I know I read this. LAFC, I think, is an official. McDonald's is one of the first official marketing partners of LAFC Gaming. That happened
They are the first
in
official.
2021.
Yeah.
And
Our gamer, perhaps, and EMLS coming up. It's a huge event. Every
Yes.
MLS team has their own
Yeah.
EMLS player, and these guys they recruit globally. These are the best of the best, and they play EAFC.
Yep.
And I'll tell you this: we haven't had an LAFC EMLS player win it, but the clubs that have, it comes with a lot of clout, and then you're able to you have a trophy for your club. They take it
bet.
very seriously. So that is growing by leaps and bounds. And if you've seen some of the EMLS tournaments, they are really exciting. And the folks are really, I mean, they're having a fun time here. This is for charity and having a good time.
Let's have a good. Let's continue to have a good time here.
Yes.
It is the holidays. Happy holiday. Wait, am I going over or do I have to go over? Hold on.
I think you have to go over under.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh, it's the official Mickey. Did I have the? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I nailed it.
Look at that. I might have to just go straight. I might have to actually take the hat off. It's a possibility.
Why do you have the hat still on?
When I go hat.
Wait, we got to see your haircut too.
It's not because it's hat hair.
Oh,
It's hat hair.
well, you got a good head of hair.
It is good, but it's not quite right. But here we go.
I got to be very select when I cut my hair because at this point, a lot of it doesn't grow back.
Listen, I'm protecting my brand. Okay, protecting my brand, guys.
Fair
Oh
enough.
yeah, now we're ready. Now we're festive. All right. Oh God, there was something wrong about broadcasting before. Now it just feels so right.
That's for the next one.
Okay, love it. All right,
Salud.
salute. Getting my flap going. Wow, yours just looks great. Yours looks perfect.
It does, and that was like the first throw.
Boom. There we go.
I didn't
First
even
throw.
know the golden arches.
You could go yeah, look at that. It's great. All right, here we go. There it is. I love it. I love the holidays too. I'm a huge holidays fan.
My only issue with the holidays,
Yeah.
especially when Thanksgiving rolls around, is like it goes by so quick.
It does.
And I don't want to sound cliche in saying it, but since Thanksgiving, it felt like it was yesterday.
It did.
And like people want to do their Christmas shopping. What day is it? December 13th?
Oh, I don't have time.
That is up against it.
It's up
'Cause
against it.
When you're 21st, 22nd of December, it's over.
Yeah.
Don't go Christmas shopping then.
Well, see, the problem is I have to, because I'm out of town this weekend. There's DreamHack this weekend in Atlanta, and I don't get back till the 18th. DreamHack.
What is that?
It's
I
like
don't want to sound. People on Twitch are laughing at me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We see it here.
All right, so this is Jason Panuco Banuelos representing Empire Boys. He is with the black shirts.
Yes. And
He's a student at UC Riverside.
All right.
Born and raised in the IE. We love the supporters in the Inland Empire.
That's right.
And then we have Anthony, who represents Crew.
Crew. True animal lover, has 4 dogs and cats. Wow.
4 of each.
I think he's lumping them up together.
4 total.
Yeah, 4 total. 4 dogs and cats. He could have just said 2 dogs and 2 cats. I mean, if he has 8 animals, that's
a festive holiday
that's a
season.
festive time.
Oh, look at that. Right through
Oh, my goodness.
Jason. Look at that. Look over.
Oh, my goodness. What a start to this.
Jason of the Empire Boys.
That's right. All right. So Jason with a stunner out the gate, upper V,
Quick starts.
within 10.
Very handy.
And working on his degree at UCR. Oh my
lovely.
God. Love
Great
that.
skills.
I'll tell you, a great place to hone your skills in EAFC is college. That's where I was probably at the top of my game there.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in college, that's where I played a lot of gaming,
games, right? Yeah. It's a good time.
It was that old hockey game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In NHL.
NHL 90, whatever. It's where you. I'm dating myself, I know it, but that was a game that got a lot of heavy usage.
Oh yeah. Well, that was actually a great game.
Great starts are usually harbinger of victories here.
That's right. It's been. I don't think we've seen a come from behind.
No, we have
even
not.
tie.
No.
We haven't even seen. So the winners, the first to score has won every game so far that we've seen. And will that be the same thing for Jason?
I love how
The
Anthony
Empire
says, I am a
Boys.
true animal lover. And then he emphasized about having I have the 4 dogs and cats.
He's making me think like if I don't have 6 cats or dogs, I'm like not. I don't even like animals, which is not true.
This is good dribbling. You got to shoot, though.
Jason just so patient with
he waited for it.
Love the patience. And I love the execution. Jason off to the races. I'm not sure this is going to be an easy one.
Anthony
for
with a look at the controller. Like it got locked up there.
He needs some emotional support right now.
You know, I think he should put a Santa hat on, quite frankly.
I would say.
It's
or
doing it for us.
FaceTime one of the pets. But he loves soccer. He's had a ton of fun. Played since he was 4. And he even played in El Salvador as well. So this is somebody who knows what it's like, the ups and downs of a game that is there's no timeouts, friends.
A lot of our supporters from Central America, El Salvador, Honduras, all well represented. Some Ticos in there.
Mm-hmm. That could have been something.
Well, Anthony's hanging in there.
I can already tell, not easy to defend against a player like Jason. Reminds me of how I like to play FIFA. Very, very measured, very dribble heavy, not a lot of burst.
Dribble heavy.
Yeah, very dribble heavy.
It worked because there was a time I go, my analysis was he's over dribbling, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was setting up that chance.
Yeah.
It came.
Let's see what
Let's
Anthony
go,
can do on
Anthony.
the offensive side. Do it for the pets.
Yeah, two goal lead, the most dangerous in soccer.
That's true. That's true.
Well, he's got a set piece here. The "Who are you" chant.
Great atmosphere even in game.
We're going to be trimming our supporter field. 8 support groups represented. 4 will move on to the semifinals.
It's a great touch from Jason.
Oh, separation.
He uses that right click to do it.
Oh,
And he's
off the
got
woodwork.
Such great aim from that right side. He's hit that upper V once. He almost hit it again.
Win probability, a big number. Yeah, that feels about right. Because it's up 2 goals and more chances are accumulating.
I think that one was actually with Ryan. He's got a good right foot as well.
How your ears feel with this Santa hat? Very cozy.
They're
right?
very cozy. I feel, now I got my coffee. I got my Santa hat. I took my jacket off. I mean, I feel cozy and breezy at the same time.
Yeah, there's an AC unit in here that's pumping. But this hat is taking care of my body warmth. Maybe one last chance here in this first half for Jason, representing the Empire Boys. The Empire Boys from the Inland Empire, so.
Yep. And that's a nice move.
That's got to be number 3. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
It looks like he's gonna put it away. Jason not playing with his food. Clinical as ever.
Look at that. And Andy's like, wait, there's something with this controller.
Hey, man, can I take my...
I would run with that all day.
Oh, yeah. No, you got to say it.
You can put a complaint into the commission.
You got to say something.
And the very least, they will take a look at it.
It's amazing. It's amazing when you're losing, the impulse that occurs to say something when there may not be anything to say. You might just be losing.
Yeah.
The person might just be doing better than you.
How about they just walk right out of the...
Walking out is a thing, too. I have to deal with this with my wife in board games when, she beats me and, many other members of my family. Sometimes I just don't have anything to say.
Right.
But I feel like I should say something, but there's just nothing to say.
Maybe the game does cheat.
Yeah.
The refereeing is up to no good.
I'm going to try that next time. Call him a cheater? Yeah.
You
all are cheaters.
There's no way.
Especially you, honey. We'll see how that goes.
Way
that should go well.
A goal at the beginning of the first half and a goal at the end of the first half and a third one sandwiched in there. And he's not coming up for air. Advantage.
That's going to be a goal.
That's 4. Yes.
This is going to be a goal. That patience inside, the small touches. He's holding the L1 button, just keeping it really close to his body. And just waiting for Anthony to commit. And he is.
Jason laying down a serious marker here and plenty of time to go. We're looking at 6 or 7 goals, you would think.
And, sometimes that tiebreaker isn't necessarily, we do this in Apex as well. The tiebreaker oftentimes is your single biggest game. It's not your aggregate score because sometimes it's difficult. Now, this is obviously soccer.
Good shed.
But
right
a 5-0 would feel good.
Oh, the pass!
He passes it. And Anthony with his hands up. What am I supposed to do with this?
And Jason's being very positive. He's, Anthony, don't worry about it. And he goes, it's the lesson. You're going to remember this. But you're going to become a better player at the other end.
That's right. And now,
remember, he's a college kid.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah. Do you just park the bus here if you're Anthony?
Anthony's just sliding. You can tell that's the frustration slide. You press that square button when things aren't going well. You're just saying, I'm taking the player, I'm taking the ball.
Yeah,
but
it feels good, though.
Yeah, it does feel good.
Feels good to get your pound of flesh.
Maybe that's what Anthony needs here. Maybe just a goal.
There you go.
Wins the ball back. Gives it up. Good pressure from Jason. Anthony back again. Can he find someone? Up top, maybe.
Well, last time we had a 5-0 lead. It ended up 5-2.
Oh, and Anthony just so worried. He's pressed that X button.
That's good. Just relieve some pressure. See if you can get some taste in your opponent's end.
Slide tackle almost wins. Jason. He's got a man open wide across the field. Runs into Anthony, though. A good slide tackle again. He's paying off for him.
Good hit.
A little 1-2. Oh, Jason with a slide of his own. He's getting a little physical there. Another slide from Anthony.
It's turned into a very
physical
matchup. Oh, late.
Through
now
central.
3, 2-on-1, wide open. Oh, that's a great pass.
Oh, and that's just easy come.
6. The number of the beast.
And a win at midfield. Jason still in control. Anthony scrambling. But just a showcase here.
The fatigue. Well, he's doing okay with those numbers. A couple guys in the 50s.
Jason.
Oof.
I mean, in terms of clinical finishing, I'm putting him and Dean right next to each other.
I'm looking forward to that matchup.
They are not missing if they get the chance to score.
I know. I think we can confidently say the semifinals are going to be excellent.
Yeah. And longer, too. That's what I'm really looking forward to that. Oh,
numbers on both ends. That is just open to 3-on-2 again. Holding the run. Buanga.
Little fake, in and out. Another. A sidestep. Touch in front. He's going all the way. You can tell he wants it. Anthony puts a pause on it, but can't quite stop it altogether. Jason just unrelenting in the pressure again. Skips past one. Shot over the bar.
Keeper certainly gave it his undivided attention. Don't get down, Anthony.
No.
It's a bitter pill, but
hey, there's more to play for. I mean, as well, there's that third place, I believe, where you're getting some McDonald's. I mean, that's a fun thing to do, whether it's Christmas, whether it's in the morning, whatever you celebrate. That's a great thing to have. I actually have an Arch card in my bag as well.
What a great gift to get someone.
It is. It's one of those things you don't think about all the time, but when you have it, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. You'll put it to good use.
Yeah, you'll find a way.
10 shots, 6 goals in those 10 shots. And you wonder if Jason just
that's just class.
pulls back the reins. Really has a good night. Look at that, breaking through.
And he just knows how to move.
Oh,
he's
in
going to hit
behind.
this. Yep. I would have thought he'd take a touch to his right and just slot it in, but as fantastic player. He knows how to move. He knows the skills really well. Surprised that he keeps going for those left foot shots. They clear wide most of the time, but dangerous player. 85 minutes, only a few seconds left before this game is called, but Max, it's been the Jason show. No fault for Anthony. I mean, he's done his best, you know.
Now the other competitors obviously are keeping tabs of this, and they'll see someone win 6-0, and they're going, okay.
It might be 7.
Now we know a little bit more about what I'm up against.
Yeah.
Those big score lines. I mean, it's been pretty. Maybe even the 5-2 game got a little bit away from Kellen back then, but this one just shows some of the gaps that we're having with the competitors. Jason's just been really good.
Yeah, and it might be age. It looks like Anthony might be a little younger than Jason as well. I'm not sure, but we take a look at all of those things. The separation is 6.
Head up, Anthony. Head up.
Head up. Nice.
Yeah, well done,
teamwork there. Representing the IE Inland Empire, Jason taking home a huge win, the biggest win that Rain Day Claus and Max Claus have seen so far. McDonald's Claus. I don't know. We got it.
So that's good because now we have we have a better idea of what's happening in Pool B.
Yeah.
So we've seen some very good competitors. We've seen Dean. We've seen Jason. We've seen Christian of the Tiger supporters group on that other side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those three have been the best. And again, but we haven't seen everybody.
No.
We're getting some scores put along. We have our featured game, and we're getting an idea of what we're seeing. But there's the unknown out there that we don't. We got to keep into consideration.
That's the beautiful thing about it. And I hearken it to where I cast professionally now with the ALGS, the Apex League. A lot of times, when our structure of our league comes out, we basically play round robin for 10 weeks until the 9th week and the 10th week, which are essentially playoffs. But every group is filled with 10 teams going up against another 10 teams on the weekend. Some groups disappear in that A versus B group matchup. And you're like, this is a favorite to win the whole thing. They disappear in AB, but then A versus C comes around. They're 100 points ahead of everybody. And you look at sometimes matchups, they just don't favor a certain player. Certain styles, they like to be more defensive. They like to take it slower. Not good against defending against over-the-top balls or a lot of width play. Yeah, and that could be what is happening here. I mean, I think still Jason probably would have had the lead, but I think there's something around the matchup dynamic that players like Kellen, players like who we saw earlier, who was that, Jonathan, that I think, they could, in the right matchup, actually show us a little bit more.
And again, you have to be on your toes here when you look at these matchups and don't get ahead of yourself and thinking, all right, Jason's the best player we've seen.
Right.
Because, like you said, it could be the wrong matchup. You get this body of work of intel that these players are able to do, and you can sort of work at those things. So expect the unexpected here. I mean, Jason could be the best player here, and we certainly look to put him at the top of that list after what we just saw. But this is a marathon.
This is a marathon. One thing I want to do now that we have a little bit of time before we check in our standings, I want to give a big shout out as well to everyone who has been here, who is hanging out with us at the Gen G headquarters for the LA Supporters Tournament, powered by McDonald's. We are here with our McDonald's Santa Claus hats, our Happy Holidays Grimace Santa Claus hat matching. Max has joined us for this entire evening. It's been fantastic. We've got our coffees. We're going until about 10 p.m. We're going to crown a champion. We're going to give away a PS5 and a trophy and some McDonald's cards, and everyone's having a great time. Again,
and a very special guest.
Very
who
special
will be competing.
Guest. Yes.
You want to stick around for that.
You want to stick around for that. We're at 1615 16th Street, Santa Monica. Come down, hang out with us as well. And also, if you are coming, and I do encourage you, if you're around, come through. It's a very lively environment out there. It's a whole setup outside, a lot of gear, a lot of merch. Bring a toy if you can. Bring a toy. Anything that you might have, or maybe pick something up on the way. Gas stations have toys nowadays. You're filling up your car, getting here, grab something fun, bring it down here for a child who might not be having the same level of Christmas or holiday season as you might be privileged enough to have. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California help not only to provide in this toy drive toys to kids who might need it because they might be feeling under the weather, they might actually be hospitalized, but also to allow the parents who may not have the ability to continue working while also staying near their child who is in that unfortunate situation to stay together and then gift them those toys. It's one of those things that when you look at the tangibles, might be very little. But when you look at the intangibles of what that means to a family, being able to be together for the holidays when something tough is going on, and also get the gifts of Christmas giving or holiday giving, it's hard to put into words, Max.
You put them into beautiful words
Thank
right
you.
there. That was very well said, Rain
Thank
Day. That got me a little emotional. And we've seen these toy drives, big or small, when there's kids who may not be able to get it. You see their faces when they get to open something and they say, "This is mine." It's really powerful stuff. I did it with we used to get books, and my mom would get books. The kids like, "Oh, I don't want a book," but you give a kid a book, and they're like, "This is mine." And yeah, because it's yours, and it's
the ownership of that,
it's
right?
the ownership of that, and it's someone giving you something.
Yeah.
How often do we do that? We don't do that enough, and this is a great time. We should do it year round, but we absolutely should do it during the holiday season because it makes the kids feel great. It makes you feel great as well.
Are your kids older or?
I have one. He's
You have one
14.
kid? 14. So is he out of the holiday? See, or he's still kind of deep into holidays are happening?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yes. He. As a parent, you miss those days when they're small and they rush and they're very excited. They still love Christmas.
Yes, of course.
But, maybe some of the mythology of Christmas changed from their perspective a bit, but we keep it alive, right?
We're hosting Christmas for the first time this year.
Oh, right on.
In our house, my wife and I, and we debated on if we're doing new things or not. We did a Disneyland Christmas last year, and we all went and did it in a suite at a Westin hotel, and then went straight to Disneyland for 2 days. That was awesome.
That sounds good to me.
But we usually do the big Christmas. We're downstairs, and the presents are there from Santa, the tree. It's interesting because a lot of people who play games, at least in my experience around this age, you look at out of the 0 to 10 range where, maybe some of the holidays and that first moment of Christmas are really special. But we also aren't in the phase of yet having maybe a couple kids yet to where we're now focusing on
get
giving
cracking.
it. Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's why this opportunity, when you realize, a lot of people forget during this period of time what it means to give a gift to a kid on Christmas. I'm fortunate. I come from a family who does a lot of service. My grandma's run a nonprofit for 30 years.
Wow,
she did a toy drive last week that I was able to participate at. And seeing kids even just get a soccer ball. That was, and they played with it all day long. And it was just, it kind of takes you back to the simplicity of how powerful something so simple like that is. So again, since we're on the topic, it's sometimes hard to forget about it because we are growing up now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you're in our age range or if you're kind of becoming an adult or going to college, it really is important, even these little things.
And if you can't do it with us here, check where the toy drives are.
Yeah.
I know a lot of police departments and fire departments have it. My gymnasium there, they have a basket you could drop something off, get something, whatever, like you said, the gas station, where have you, and do that because they will go out and find kids to pair that with. So it's a small thing you could do.
That's right.
But it's very it's going to make a big difference.
Has a big impact.
I'm excited for your Christmas party.
Yeah, man, I know.
You haven't
Let's come through. Yeah, of course, man.
Still
Bring
going
us
to.
on.
All right. Favorite Christmas movie?
Well, we go for. Well, it's hard to do favorite, but here's their. So we leave one for the Christmas Eve all the time, and that's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So that's
I didn't
always
expect that to be it.
That's always Christmas Eve. That's the
Okay.
classic. Favorites though, I got to go. My list of top 3.
Top 3.
Include Christmas Vacation. I'm going
That's one.
Elf. I'm going Elf.
Yeah, that's at the top of my list.
I'm going 4 Christmases. Have you seen?
Is that with Vince Vaughn?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That
Vince
is
Vaughn's
so
done very
funny.
well on the Christmas front. He was also Fred Claus,
yeah.
which was running it.
What about you? I would have maybe thrown Christmas Story in there a long
Yes.
time ago, but not.
Well, the number one, my son, when he was a kid, he would watch Polar Express all
great.
year long.
Oh,
like
that's
February. So it was on all the time.
That's
Then
a
he got
cool
older, he stopped watching it. So every time I hear the music from that, I start bawling.
Yeah.
I think of it. So it's my favorite, but it isn't because if I hear the music or I see that, I have to leave the room because my emotions are drawn.
They're so drawn, man. I love that. Well, music.
I do, but it's like, ooh,
Ooh. Hold on.
Memories.
I think you hold
Good
on
memories.
to that as much as you.
You do. But as soon as we try and watch it once a year, but I have to really prep myself.
Well, I'm a baby.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm a baby like that too. I watch. Hamilton was a big COVID run for us. If I start seeing certain songs in Hamilton, I'm already bawling. So I get it. The sometimes the emotionality of it, and also I think maybe in
Wait a minute, you're crying after Hamilton?
Oh yeah. Dear Theodosia, are you kidding me? You know the song about the soon to be a father or being already.
You seem like such a you appear like you are a stoic individual, but I could see how maybe.
Oh yeah.
In the right.
Oh
no! Person.
No. I let tears fly pretty
good.
Pretty
Let the tears fly.
I let them fly. But you got to have music involved. You got to have the right moment. I will say.
I wonder what the players are thinking now. I mean, they're getting up against it.
Well, I hope that as we took a little bit of a break there to talk about some great work that this tournament is helping to sponsor. We've got our brackets updated, as we can see.
We're almost at the end of the groups.
This is our last round, and look at that. By the way, I mean. Group A is still looking like Christian's.
Kellen has a shot. I mean, is he going to play Jason? We saw how good Jason and how good Dean is.
Kellen plays Jason. Can you believe that? Now that's a game because
Well,
that would put Jason
Kellen
at 3-1 and Kellen at 3-1.
Yeah, well, Dean lost the game. Dean's played as 4. Is that could he have lost to Jason?
He had to have. He had to have lost.
So
to
as
Jason.
good as Dean looked, Jason really, by proxy here, is the favorite. And Kellen. I guess the good advice for him, he allowed that early goal to Dean. He can't allow an early goal to Jason, or it could get ugly.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, obviously a very, very good player. And to go up against Jason and win, that would actually put Kellen and Jason and Dean in a three-way tie.
And then we'd have to look at the tiebreakers.
Yes.
And that won't bode well for Kellen, which means not only he has to win this, he probably has to score some goals.
He probably does. Yeah. That's going to be tough for him. He's got a lot of work to do, especially against a player of the caliber of Jason. But also, Jason, he's got to hold on to it. That 6-0 is going to be good because if it is, it'd be great to know what the tiebreaker is. It might be goals over. But
that was a cry for help.
It was.
Great to know.
It'd be great to know what the tiebreaker is. But we'll find out.
Will we?
We even need to get there. we may not need it. Is actually the bigger point. We may not need it.
We may not need it.
Max, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while. I'm going to leave you on broadcast by yourself because I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Right there.
Deer in headlights.
Max Bredos.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Hey, let's look at the groups again. Well, look, the good news as we head into the final matches is there's still something to play for. Obviously, Daniel and Jonathan aren't going to get through, but we have 3 players fighting for 2 spots in Group A. We have 3 players fighting for 2 spots in Group B. So you're seeing the lines being drawn here. You're seeing the quality players make their move. And the best part, the top quality players are going to meet in the semifinals. And those 2 semifinals are going to feature, the prizes are first and second. The first place prize is phenomenal. Second place prize is a lot better than finishing third. So the semifinals are kind of like 2 finals in their own right. And then we get the grand final. And then we get another very special event to the winner of all that. So we have a long way to go. Man, that was a quick bathroom.
There it is.
Yes. You could have just wore the colostomy bag and just sat here the whole night.
Sat here the whole night, I know.
Don't do it. It's a bad look. It's a bad look, but
It's okay.
I hear some clamoring. They're in the other rooms, so I mean this is where you can
What'd I
test
miss?
you. Didn't see we showed the groups again.
Oh man.
But this is it's getting late at night. You've played a lot of games.
Yeah.
Now you've gotta lock it in.
You've got to lock it in. You do. I feel like now, I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah,
I'm ready. Max,
you could have taken more time if you wanted.
I didn't want to.
I was doing great. Everyone was saying how good I
Everyone
was
saying,
on
man,
solo work.
Now the stream has really started to come
Yes,
alive.
I mean, people are clicking on.
I saw that
Twitch.
chat. Yeah.
Twitch.com.
Our viewers tripled.
LAFC.
Yeah, our viewers
Yes.
tripled. I'm going to see what they're saying. I'm going to see what they're saying. What are you guys saying on
Pull up
Twitch
this-
right now? I'm going to
Yeah,
pull
let's
this
bring
up.
up the chat rooms.
I'm bringing this up. You guys didn't say you were happy to see me leave, did you?
No, they didn't. I'm just
Okay,
made that up.
all right.
I was trying to make you feel crummy.
Man, oh
Sorry.
man. Thanks. They hooked up with Santa Hats and Grub. Bet they tell you the time. They said they bet They'll tell us the tiebreaker because they hooked us up with Santa hats and grub.
They did.
I mean,
that's a great point. They gave us that. They gave us
Joey.
the matchups.
That's right. That makes sense. Oh, also, a lot of love for Jason in the chat as well.
Jason, so cute.
Wow.
Woo-hoo.
A lot of love for Jason.
Jason Panuco Banuelos of Empire Boys is making quite an impact with our listeners, our viewers on Twitch.com.
And Chris, when is the next game?
Is that the tiebreakers? Oh.
Great thing.
Okay.
And we have our players coming up soon. Yeah, let me see if I can parse through this. All right, next up, we've got round 5. We are then
the semis.
Yes, the semis are going to be 5-minute halves. The finals are going to be 6-minute halves.
Okay.
And then the show match, we're going to do another 5 minutes for the halves. For that show match, that special prize.
So that's good.
At the end.
That's I think after we will know who the good ones are. So whether it's 5 minutes or 6 or 10 minutes, we will know.
All right, so
we'll be a deserved winner by the end of all this.
So we've got
get the McDonald's signage. There we go.
Yeah, Max is working.
I can't take this off because I got some really bad hat head.
Yeah, there you go. Now he's feeling the heat like I was. I
look ridiculous.
I can't get my McDonald's. You had this. Perfect,
I had it good, but it went away.
Max had this perfect
but it's
fall.
It's coming at the fall.
I don't.
The flop.
It was so effortless.
The flop.
Yeah, we're just going to leave it like this. I'm cozy. We're having fun.
I was thinking about one of the movies, Fred Claus, that sign where he steals the money from the Santa, and it's like the 20 Santas chase him into the fall.
That's right.
He steals it from the Salvation Army Santa, and they chase after him. It's a very good scene. I didn't know Santa had a brother.
I didn't know Santa had a brother either, but Fred Claus, that's one that it doesn't make the always watch list. I'll tell you one.
How about Ludacris in there? Have you seen Ludacris? He's Santa's DJ.
He's got like a CGI kind of body, right,
yeah.
with his face. Yeah.
They put him on a dwarf.
I don't know how I feel about
Christmas
that.
dwarf or Christmas elf.
Luda is pretty, he's talented. He's multi-talented. So I do, whatever he does it pretty well. Although sometimes it's hard for me to separate them in the movies when I know them so well as artists. Another artist who I had the privilege, and I would never say this about him for real, but at a certain point, he was such a big artist for me, Common. And then he became such a massive presence in movies.
And commercials.
That it was kind of different to see him in that.
Your hat looks so much. My hat looked better earlier. You're crushing it now.
And I had a great opportunity to meet him. None of that came up, but it was something that sometimes you have to think about it. These people are so famous and other things. Will Ferrell, for example, was walking with you as a part owner of LAFC in that last weekend where you guys were in Columbus. Obviously, result didn't go that way, but you guys did a large march. Will Ferrell was in the mix of that. You were Instagramming it. Hard to think of Will Ferrell as just the LAFC part owner, right? Yeah. He's Will Ferrell as well, so it's hard to shift gears to that and not think of him as
really into it too. Yeah. I mean, he knows the team, he visits them. Anytime he goes to the game, he's there. He takes it very seriously, and this is his passion. And he's there he's there to take photos. And, you name it. And by the way, did you see that? Is it Christian is 4-0?
I know who this is. This is Chris. We have not seen him yet. And one of the cool things about Chris is that he has, if you notice, a hard hat on. He's in black right now. Chris is in black. They're playing with a different camera mode as well. I wonder if they're going to stop this, because this isn't the classic. This is what we saw Dean score on early. This.
Whoa.
And then they paused it and changed it. I'm not sure if they've agreed to this.
Oscar representing Cuervos. We saw him earlier. Chris, our first look.
I'll wait and see about it, but big stuff from Oscar. We've already know what he could do. Chris wearing a hard hat. He wears that hard hat to every single LAFC game.
Yeah.
And it's from, if you know, Tri-Tip Tommy, who handed it down to his dad. Then his dad handed it down to him. He's been wearing it since 2018, and he's kind of become known for it. He's got Carlos Vela's signature among many others on there. So if you ever catch him in the supporters section, a guy with a hard hat, that's Chris.
Well, Oscar coming in on hot and heavy.
Oh, no. Chris smiling as much as he can. Maybe a little bit of disbelief.
Wow. So Chris is in white?
Oh, no.
Or
Chris is in black. So Chris passed the ball, unfortunately, right there to Oscar.
And Oscar's got 2 goals in the opening 6 minutes.
Now Chris just needs to try to stabilize here. Figure something
Chris
out.
with the hard hat is down 2 goals.
Again, they're ooh,
This is wide open.
wide open there. Oscar, we know him. He is.
Yeah,
top
I saw
ball.
Chris. I believe I saw Chris up in Columbus. Or
Did
maybe
you?
it was at the Houston game. I mean, these guys they can go to as many games as possible. We had about
Right.
15, I think when it came to LAFC supporters and staff, it was about 1,500 people up in Columbus for the final.
He's got a chance. That's incredible when you consider it. 2,000 was the number I heard, but that might have been exaggerating.
No, it may have been. I mean, there was a lot.
Well, I just know. You know, I got the inside scoop. Every haircut.
Yep.
I'm getting told all about it. It's a hilarious.
What a charmed life you live.
What a
Brain
charmed
Day.
life I live. I catch up on LAFC.
Where's the barber shop?
It's called Mr. Scissors. It's in Tarzana. Give it a shout. Shout out
I
Swaggy
know.
Maggie. Yeah, I've been cutting my hair for about a year. I needed a haircut really bad one day, and no one would take me. I waited for about an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Did you
and then
find someone?
and no one would still take me. And she said, "Okay, fine, I'll take you." Gave me one of the better haircuts I've had, and I've been going to her ever since.
That's such a great feeling when you find that person who can just
Oh
cut your hair
man.
well.
Well, having moved from San Diego too, I
Yeah.
was there for about 3 years. You know,
I found a person who cut my hair, and she was great, but then she moved to New York,
oh man.
and then she recommended someone else who's been equally as great. So
Well, if you get the recommendation, that's always
Yeah.
the plus. This looks good, though. I would say, I like the way that I've seen Chris play ever since that opening 6 minutes. He's had firm control of the game so far. He's had patience here, and I could see him scoring. And he does. Chris is back.
he's in there, hard hat and all.
Oh, and Oscar's leaning forward. He doesn't like this. Chris gets the ball right back again.
What just happened here?
It was a total reversal,
The levee broke.
and the water's gushing in. This is exactly what Chris needed, a little bit of hope.
But
He
now
just can't give
Highline
it
got
away here.
caught.
Good defense as well. Oh, blocked the pass. Made him go for a long shot.
Everyone was chasing Christian Ortiz of Tiger Supporters Group here in Group A.
Yep.
So this is got ramifications for second, but Christian is clear after winning all 4 of his games.
That's right.
He will finish first in this group.
Incredible showcase from him.
Yeah, after these first 6 minutes, Rain Day, you thought this was going to get ugly, but it's very competitive.
But it's interesting. We, again, haven't seen anybody come back, right? But if there was going to be a game, you would
Ooh.
think this could be it. But these are those 15 minutes. These are those 10 minutes in terms of game time that you've got to see Chris find his way back. You know, Christian now starting to get more rhythm, starting to get a couple of dangerous shots. They're just keeping the ball in their half. Chris needs to get back out and get on that offensive plan that he was on just a moment ago. And look at it right
Good.
here. This is it.
Spin.
Oh,
It's that heavy touch at the end.
almost through there, though.
I mean, you go from defense into attack in a flash, and now numbers go wide.
You can tell. He's
Chris seems like he's hell-bent to tie this.
yeah.
He says favorite food is tacos after an LAFC dub.
Oh, man.
And you got to find your right taco spot. There's a really good one just south of the stadium on Vernon. I forgot the name of the place, but it's got a nice
He's on.
trompo there of Al Pastor.
Ooh, man. Don't get me started on tacos.
Oof. I got some good ones.
Good street taco is hard to
Down
pass up.
I'm in Redondo. We got some good ones in Gardena.
Oof.
So I'll go down there from time to time.
Oh, yeah. Nice showcase of where the strikes have come. The goal from Villa inside. And another one as well. Gifted, you might say. It is the holiday season, but not that kind. At least for Chris, who's
That's a
now
great
through
ball.
again.
2-2.
Oh, he's done it.
The emotions running through. He pumps the fist. He is 2 unanswered.
Chris wearing the hard hat. He is stubborn indeed. He has gone from 0-2 and tied it up at 2 before half. We have ourselves a game, and Christian may just have to be careful.
Nice turn right at the end of the half. Could you imagine if he could slip one in here? He's got a great shot at it.
On the
middle
ground.
channel.
Oh. Ball at his feet, kicks it back out wide. He feels in control of this game. No need to waste it. He loses it off an extra touch, maybe too many options, but he'll be happy with that. 2-2 going in the half.
All
What
right.
a comeback.
Tremendous stuff. Did not expect that at all.
I mean,
it was 2-0 6 minutes into the game.
yeah.
I mean, it was an avalanche.
Are these guys with their phone?
Is that their
I
call?
thought it might. Free Cheeky.
Free Cheeky?
Free Cheeky.
Cheeky, our left back.
And then no party, no. This chain is blocking.
No pyro, no party.
No.
We can't get into that.
We can't get into that.
But that's another slogan that has come up this past week.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Chris, funny enough, about that topic, and not for stream.
I will say this. Just a quick comment.
Okay.
32-52 is so good, they don't need.
Right. That's
they are
right.
so good with everything else they do.
That's right. I think that's a very succinct way of putting it.
Yeah. Oh,
and he just hit it too hard.
I love the lookovers after each shot. As if like, hey, did you see that? Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah, I saw that. Woo, it's like, ooh, almost happened.
Good cut.
You got to let him know. Really good patience. Really good defense, though. But now he's taking a center defender out. If he wins this, it could be a goal for Chris.
Oh, penalty!
Oh, that was lucky. Sometimes the discipline of switching off and not dragging that center defender out to try to contest, it maybe gets the cross off, but you're safer there in a situation like that. Luckily, the goalkeeper can step up and save Christian, but will he be so lucky there? Oh, saved by the offside.
Here we go. Now we're into it. 35 minutes to go, 2-2. Both teams have had chances. Both players have had chances in the second half. And we're going to find out. There's some big ramifications here. This could be for a semifinal spot.
Could be for Chris getting some tacos as well. He needs a dub, remember?
Needs the dub. As if to say, if there's no LAFC win, no tacos.
No tacos.
Oh, good pass.
That's
all
good
the way
patience.
through for Chris.
Good patience. Chris has something. Oh, it's behind the net. But he just looks lethal. When he gets in there, I'd be nervous. If I was Christian defending, he's taking his time in a way that's making it very unpredictable to defend. And believe it or not, Christian is looking the more predictable attacker right now.
Well, lost footing.
And
well, we're getting to that point where one goal might be it.
That's going to potentially be it. Again, Christian undefeated.
So the Tigers supporters group is through. We know that. I think we can put Jason of the Empire Boys into the semifinals as well. And the final one, it was Dean, right?
Yeah.
Of LAO. We have room for one more semifinalist. Oh, great spin. Still going.
Oh, he's still going. He's got to pass middle.
Nah, I missed that opportunity.
Oh, no!
Offside.
Wow.
No, just a sub. That was a big moment. You probably just got to score there, no? You had the 3-on-2.
You know,
Chris has got a hold of this game.
Chris has got to get a hold of it. And that's it, Chris.
All the way back. 3 unanswered goals.
You know, I'm looking at it here. Have we had this wrong? That's the Cuervos hat I'm looking at. Is that Oscar?
Oscar's Cuervos.
Oscar's Cuervos, yes. Okay.
Now trailing.
Oh, maybe not for long.
Oh, what an answer. As the sub was put in,
as soon as you thought he was asleep,
we overmodulated there.
You left the room and the lights went back on.
What a game.
What a game we have.
This is the best game we've had.
Absolutely.
And the stakes couldn't be higher. Round 5.
Max, we haven't seen a win from behind. It would mean Chris would be the first to do it.
Well, both players have trailed.
And now both players have trailed, so anyone who gets a win here has technically come from behind.
We have some history going to be made. Big save. That was it for Oscar.
That was the first goal after
Playing with John McCarthy in goal.
First goal after 3 unanswered.
78th minute. Big header.
Tough throw.
You got to play with pace here, no?
You've got to get it out. There's so much pressure in the back. Just releasing someone to the wing, it's going to shift the entire momentum. And I think Chris
offside.
Soon had that opportunity. Gets the offside call, which will help Oscar just regain some control. Cuervos need this. Trying to make it through to our semifinals in the LAFC Supporters Cup. We're getting rid of 4 teams. 4 will remain.
Yeah. Long way to go to cut the field in half.
That's a great turn from Chris.
Everything matters from this point forward. Oh, middle channel.
Ambitious ball, but I love the vision there.
Good pass.
That's a bit of a dive.
Overlap. One more.
One more. Back again. Oh, early shot.
87th minute.
And now they're feeling the heat. That's a bad giveaway from Chris. That's how Oscar scored the first one, the second one. 88th minute now.
Needs one good look. Nope. Collapsed the middle there.
And Chris, he's got to get it above half field. Otherwise, this game clock's going to end on him.
Finally got up to Bogusz, who's been screaming for it. One more pass.
Yeah. Oh! He wins it back. This is huge.
No foul. Oh.
No control here.
We're about to hit the end of this. One last chance.
My God.
No emotions. Are you kidding me?
My goodness.
The walk-off.
Hayes hit a walk-off.
Oscar, give me some love. Man, you should be doing a backflip.
Free cheeky. Oh, my goodness. They get up. They know it's over.
I love that last little pass right there.
Oh.
And then there's one more. Look at the state of me.
Oh, that is a game. That is the best game we have had by far.
Yeah. Wait, hold it back up.
Oscar with the win.
Now we got to find out what it means exactly. I think the way Oscar's reacting, that it would have to be.
What a game. What?
There we go.
A game.
I finally got the hat to
You look
sit.
great. You look great. And
Yeah, I know that.
And the McDonald's. And the McDonald's.
I want to keep
coming
McDonald's
out.
happy.
I know. Yeah, that's the thing. Happy holidays.
That's it. I think we've completed the groups.
That was a great game. That was, to me.
I mean, that cheeky little pass as well to win it. So Oscar took a 2-zip lead.
Yep.
Was down 3-2. Came back to win it 4-3.
That's beautiful. And you know, back and forth in terms of those goals didn't happen. It was just one player with momentum, another player with momentum, another player with momentum. That's why I was excited to get to these longer halves, because it seems like a couple of other games with the Kellen, with the Jonathan, the momentum was about to shift. They just needed a little bit longer to keep that shift. These players seem very hot and cold to me when they're playing against each other, especially of this offensive caliber that we've seen. Not a lot of defensive stalwarts here, just a lot of firepower.
No, it's some high-scoring games.
Yeah.
Some really well-taken goals. So everyone seems having a wonderful time, and now we take it to another level.
We do.
We go to the business end.
The business end. That would put us at the second stage of our group, of our tournament.
Do we have updated group standings?
I mean, I would love to know where we at. Where are we at even before we update them? That's the other thing, because I'm still trying to figure out.
So we're not 4. Everyone's played 4. That's it.
Everyone's played 4. Is this finally upgraded?
Christian and Oscar out of Group A, and it looks like it was Jason and Dean beat Kellen. So Dean and Kellen played, and Dean won.
Dean and Kellen played, and it looks like that has just got, you're right, that looks like that has just gotten updated. Actually, I think it was Jason and Kellen who played in that final round, that 5v1. I think that was what gave him that second loss, Jason getting that 4. But what's great about it is that we clearly can see Jason and we clearly can see now Dean coming out. It would be hard to imagine Oscar after that win not coming out. Christian obviously will be coming out as well. Chris G, if he had won would have made things interesting. It would have been 3-2, 3-2 for Oscar and him, but now it'll be 2-3 ultimately for Chris, which will put us with, it looks like, a Christian and Oscar in Group A and a Dean and Jason in Group B.
So Christian Ortiz of Tiger Supporters Group, 4-0 in Group A. And we just saw Oscar Ortega of Cuervos win that game against Chris Gomez. So that was for a spot.
Yep.
So here we go. So Tigers will play LAO and Dean.
Yep.
And 4-0 in Group B was Empire Boys. That was Jason Panuco Banuelos.
Mm-hmm.
He will face Oscar.
For the IE.
So the 2-1 seeds will be Tiger Supporters Group and the Empire Boys. But that's sold out because it doesn't matter if you finish first or second. You win this, you move to the final. And if you get to the final, you're going to get something.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get a nice little bag. But if you win the whole thing, it gets a lot better.
Oh, it gets a lot better. And I'm excited for all of these players, too. When you look at just who we have competing. Christian, obviously, with the Tigers. You know, recently we talked about his story, switching back to judo after a 20-year break to inspire his kids. He hurt his shoulder. He was in pain for 2 weeks, but still, the impact of trying to teach his kids something hard. He's got that martial mentality in terms of his martial art preparation, the focus. It's certainly worked out here as well. And he says his first time being on TV was his youngest son throwing a tantrum while posing for a picture for My PL morning post-game show.
Oh, My Premier League morning, where they put the photos of what
Wow.
your team, how you're watching the game in
That's
the
his
morning.
first time on TV.
Yeah. That's always exciting you do it. You can see how many Premier League fans we have in this country.
Oh, there's a ton.
Do you have a Premier League team?
Oh, yeah, Arsenal. From
West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah.
Wow, that's real fandom right there. That's
You got to find a team.
How do you find West Ham? Have you
Well, I was a big fan of Paolo Di Canio as a player.
Uh-huh.
And I really enjoyed him. And then Iron Maiden, one of my favorite bands, their bass player, Steve Harris, had a Iron Maiden West Ham bass.
Really?
So I put all that together, and that became my club.
That's amazing. I mean, I grew up literally during playing soccer and watching the Invincibles.
The Invincibles.
I mean, that was it.
Yeah.
I had
That changed. That was a very important team because
Very important.
Yeah, Arsenal. It was an international squad. You know, most English Premier League teams were
Are
by and
English,
large
but-
English and British.
Yeah.
And now you have this team with Frenchmen and players from Africa that would starting to merge into the Premier League.
Swedish. What was Freddie Ljungberg? What is
Swedish.
Swedish. You know,
Jerez, a lot of French.
Jerez, yeah, a lot of Frenchmen.
Henri,
Vieira.
Vieira. Heavy French.
Heavy French. I had
There was a time the only Frenchman in the Premier League was Eric Cantona. Now they have dozens.
He went
So-
on and Joga Bonita many, many times.
Yes.
The greatest
That was
commercial series, I think, of all time for a sport.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. A little less conversation, a little
Oh,
more
wow.
action.
I have to pull that up on
Yeah.
YouTube later.
Oh, you got to, man. That was the best ever. All the underground cages of Ronaldinho and
Oh, that's
one together,
right.
yeah.
The scoreboard
Totti and
channel.
Roberto Carlos and Henri.
I wonder how they decide who wins that in the commercial campaign.
It's funny.
They had to flip a coin.
I think they had. I think they did. I think they had Luis Figo and I don't know, Roberto Carlos. They had someone else. I think Zidane was in
Dom
there.
was there.
Yeah, I don't know who they decided. Oh, Ronaldo, R9.
Yeah.
He was.
He'd have to make a pretty deep run. No?
He made a really deep run. It was a great commercial series. I think honestly, the best. I think sports executed like runner of
That's
a
very
commercial
high
series
praise.
I've ever seen. Oh yeah. Well, maybe hey, maybe you guys know a better one, but I haven't seen it.
I don't know where to start, but
I
that's
know.
a good bet.
That's a
the
good
way
bet.
you described it, I'm not going to argue it. So we're awaiting the semifinals. It's
Yes.
going to be the Tiger Supporters Group and Christian.
Yep.
Who went 4-0. They'll play LAO and Dean.
That's right.
And then the other semifinal, I think my pick is Jason, who's there on your right. Empire Boys.
That is right. That's
who
Jason.
went 4-0, and he'll take on Cuervos and Oscar, who is on the left. And Oscar just
playing
let
on
that
our
come from
screens.
behind, so he's got to feel pretty confident.
I would feel great. I mean, part of the thing that we've seen, we haven't had that come from behind win. He's the first, but that's also possibly going to be a new experience for these players now in the semis to be down because of the quality that they're going to have to face. Oscar's already done it. He's not new to that experience. I feel like that's a heavy advantage going into these final rounds.
Jason's been irresistible, though. I mean,
he has been good.
Ripped through that group and did it pretty comfortably. So he is the favorite, I think, overall. But again, it's a different tournament now because the stakes are higher. You've seen how everyone plays.
That's right.
Someone could have played a little possum.
All right. I mean, we're about to get going here. Jason, last time we saw him on screen, he was taking down Anthony, sending him back home.
Stretch.
6-0. And now it is time to begin our first semifinal of the LAFC Supporters Tournament, powered by McDonald's of Southern California Gaming. And we have got...
I'm trying to get a photo here. You can get in here. No, take it. Right on, right on. Okay, I got the paperwork.
You got the paperwork. What are our colors here?
Jason is going to be wearing the black shirt.
All right.
And then Oscar in the white, which is
Cuervos.
It's not a white jersey, but you get the idea.
Yeah, it's
We're
what,
making
a
it
little
easy
cream?
for you.
What is
cream?
Cream.
That was the away shirt of 2022. 2023, it's the smokescreen, like, green jerseys.
Ah. Jason.
I'm curious to see what the start is for Oscar. See if he can build from that momentum from winning that game, coming from behind over Chris Gomez of Lucky's.
Well, definitely a lot of adversity that he's battled through. Good defense. He's going straight at it. Almost found that seam between the defense to send his forward free. But, Jason, we know he can score.
Solid photo. Look at that.
Oh, that's a great photo. I need that one.
All right.
And now you can see it. Oscar with a chance.
Promising start here for
Good
Oscar,
turn.
I think.
That got him through. Oscar has a chance here.
Take the lead.
Oh, he slowed down.
I wonder if Jason's trailed at all in this tournament. That would have been an eye-opener.
I can't imagine.
I can't either.
I don't think most of these players who are here in this final
they've been good.
have trailed at all.
Well, 2 players are undefeated, and the others went 3-1. Oh, look at this. Jason, this is what he does so well. The cross, onside, the goal.
It's clinical. It's clinical. He just takes his time. Oscar not happy with that, but Jason, again, in the lead where we are so comfortable seeing him.
And look at the passing right on the reset.
Oh, yeah, Oscar's in trouble here. He's got to get under control. He wants the ball back too fast. You can't give Jason these pressures where you leave space and you don't get the ball.
Jason representing Empire Boys with the lead.
Good stuff from Oscar, keeping it wide. He's got pace.
Yeah, Oscar can't be discouraged here.
Just takes it a little too in.
It's a long game, so you pick your spots, but you can't hemorrhage goals either.
6-minute halves now, right, I believe?
I think 5 for
5
the
minutes for the semis. So same amount of time.
Look out. Look out.
Oh.
Too open. Oscar's got to tighten up in the back. Looks like off a counter, too.
That's a good
That's
play,
good.
though.
Get it wide.
Great use of space. He's drawn 2. What can he do to get off it? Oh, he just
shook off the
one.
defender.
Yeah. It's good
Got
work
an
from him.
overlap. Oh, too heavy.
Good idea, though. Jason's got some good spacing defensively.
Smashed him there.
Goes for the under. Not a bit risky.
Should have waited. At the half-hour mark of our first semifinal. I love when the players ask for the ball, where they want it. Arm
Right
out.
here.
You know where I want it.
You know where I want it, right? How hard?
If it
My
hits.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Give me the ball where I want it.
Hello, I'm Gordon Ramsay. Good passing again. But I like this. Oscar's bending a bit.
Yeah.
But hasn't broken. And, you know, a second goal would really make things difficult. I wouldn't imagine that. I mean, he's came from behind last time, but this is a different kettle of fish.
It is.
Against the best player we've seen thus far in Jason.
Jason's been tempered a bit. Has not
Oh,
been slowed. Oh, my God!
Golazo! Even Oscar has to give him the fist pump.
What do you say to that?
Oh,
You
you
just
gotta let
bow.
us see the replay.
You just bow. You just shake your head and you walk back to center field.
That's where we need to see the replay. All due respect to the players. I know they want to move along. But we got to see that again.
Oh, my goodness.
For our viewing public.
Yeah, they got to realize they're part of a show here.
Come on now.
Well, if I'm Oscar, I'm not sure that deflates me in the same way that the first type of goal would have deflated me, where he just kind of broke my defense down. That feels like that's not going to happen again this game. So if there was a way to go 2-0 down, I know he doesn't want to. That, morale-wise, might have been the best choice.
Rare poor touch there by Jason. It's too early to wave the white flag, but as good as Jason has been scoring goals, we have to give a lot of credit to his defense. He doesn't give any up.
No. And this is good, though.
Oh, come on, Oscar.
He's got to take his time here. Good
Wait
pass.
Oh, good pass.
Oh. The one-time shot is hard
that
there.
one.
That's a left footer. It's tough from that angle. God, what a goal. My goodness.
That the bicycle?
The bicycle from Jason. I don't think I've seen one of those in live scored in EAFC before.
Right at the end of the half. That was huge.
That would have been trouble.
Last kick of the first half.
Ooh. He is thanking his lucky stars. He can head back and regroup.
Yeah, getting your snacks.
Man, that would have been lights out, certainly. But Cuervos and Oscar still have a chance. Empire Boys and Jason with the goal of the tournament so far to put them up 2-0 as we head into our second half.
Oscar on the left, Jason on the right. Cuervos and Empire Boys. This is great for the supporters. I mean, they're tuning in on our Twitch stream to see their guys represent. And again, bragging rights for a whole year.
Bragging rights for a year. That's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. At every event, these two see each other. These groups intermingle. It'll be the one thing.
Oh, that should do it.
Oh, and he kicks it again for good measure. That is just frustration from Oscar, but it's phenomenal from Jason. It's just making it look easy. Class above the rest is maybe right, Max.
Yeah, I don't know I mean, Oscar's had a smart game plan, and he had some nice flurries. It's just any mistake, you pay a huge price for. Or he gets a nice shot off there.
Yeah. And that's really it. I mean, that's what separated Jason. The 6-0s, the 3-0s, you can't give him a chance.
You got to almost be perfect.
Yeah.
And you can't give up any goal. Can't give up any bicycle kicks for sure.
No, absolutely not. You can't have the insult to injury there.
Still a long way to go.
Oscar's got to take it one step at a time. Can't get 3 goals at once.
You just get one, but he'll feel really good if he can put one through.
Yeah.
Did have a nice shot there a few moments earlier.
He'll wonder, why did he give up 3? If he had only given up 2, he still have a chance.
Yeah, I think it's 3 goals off 3 shots, 4 goals off 4.
Wow. And it's just clinical. Jason, a little wry smile there. He knows what's going on. He's going to have himself a chance at a final and a PS5 in about 40-minute stoppage time, 30-minute stoppage.
And Jason's just been, doesn't give you any cheapies either.
No.
He doesn't want to give up a goal. He's not in a giving mood.
Oscar's just throwing players out.
Oh, lovely.
That's what's making it easy. He's just opened the defense. What a touch.
Oh, separation.
Those goals are so hard to score in FIFA, just across the goalie. So often, EAFC, so often they just reach and they get that hand across for a corner. I think you got to hit that low and down. It's a difficult strike.
Not protecting the short ball. Vela. Well, no surprises here. I mean, Jason has been the class of the tournament. Here's a chance. Come on, Oscar.
Tip him. That's it.
Oh, that's a pretty nice goal.
Well done, Oscar. Cuervos back on the board. And again, he's thinking, why'd I give up 4?
Yeah.
That could have been coming. But it's defense that's let him down.
Lovely chip. Good stuff.
Great finish.
Nice celebration from Kellen Acosta.
Oscar back with it. Can he make magic happen again?
Well, if he can get number 2 there, it would get people thinking.
That's a good
wide open here.
Release. Hit it forward.
One more. 2-on-1.
Yes.
One more.
He's got it. He's got it. Oh.
Good.
We got a little excited.
Well done, Oscar, for not putting your head down, certainly after that 4th goal.
And also,
Really, the difference is
good D.
Jason's taking his chances. They've
Yeah.
almost had the same amount of looks. Looky.
Good patience. He's got to work it back inside. He's going to touch that.
Oh, get a shot. Yes.
Oh. And it's the difference between receiving that ball 4 yards back. He's at the top of the box. Jason, when he's cutting it back, he's almost at the 6. It's just a tap in almost.
Yeah,
and
I
think
Oscar's going to be happy about this, the last 20 minutes or so of the second half.
makes you think, could you have done it a little bit more?
Yeah.
Right now, Jason, though, he's just going to.
This is a jailbreak.
Yep. Oh.
Great pass.
What a release. Immediate counter. Not with numbers.
No support, yeah. That's the problem.
It was such a good outlet pass, people couldn't catch up.
See, not a huge gap in the passing numbers.
Oh, he's.
What could have been? One more pass.
Good touch.
Good shed.
Touch. He's on.
Hit it.
Hit it. Oh. It's tough.
Plenty of chances.
Tough strike. Yeah, I know.
I mean, Jason's missed one chance. Oscar's missed 3 or 4.
It's the difference in the quality of chances. Jason's just got these goals that you could see before he even kicks the ball. Oscar's almost trying to make something happen. It's like a half. It's not quite a half chance, but it's a little more than that. But he's still got a lot of work to do. Jason's positioning when he's scoring is putting himself in such advantageous spots that the work is almost done for him. He's just got to not mess up. And I think that's the difference with the play. You got to give credit to Jason. You know.
Oh, chance there.
Even that, a little more difficult. But he can get it in.
Yeah,
and it's in.
What could have been here for Oscar?
If he didn't let 4 in. If he didn't let that 4th.
He could have certainly converted more than 2.
That's true.
I'm going to go ahead and put Jason into the final.
Yeah, I think.
I'm going to put him through on my bracket.
83rd minute.
There is still
84th
time.
now. It's got to be fast.
Can you imagine he didn't score that last 4th one?
That's going to be what Oscar asks himself at the end of it if the result stays somewhat like this.
Hate to miss out the final after you played this well after the 4 games in the groups and to make this semifinal. But I think whoever plays Jason in the final is going to probably look at this game plan.
Oh, absolutely. I think the key is you got to just give yourself a chance. You got to give yourself a chance to keep it in late, to have a chance to be 1 goal within. You can't go 3-0 down against a player of this caliber. Oscar knows that. Cuervos knows that. Oscar, though, what an effort to get back into this game. You can see he's got the skill. And he might even have the 3rd goal here if he does right. And he is doing well.
Come on,
he's got to hit it. He tries to go for the pass, but he stumbles into a brick wall. Nice hop there, and he's through.
We're about to end. We're in stoppage time, but this could be 5.
He's going to look to pass this. Oh, wow. But it's all good. Jason.
That's good. And Jason of Empire Boys into the final.
You were right with the bracket. It was hard to bet against him.
We're going chalk.
Jason has made it into the final. He has a chance to play for that trophy, that PS5, that team-signed jersey. McDonald's swag, $100 of a McDonald's Arch card for any of his McDonald's purchases in the near future. And he gets a special prize we haven't mentioned yet with a special guest.
Yes. And even if he doesn't win it, he will get the 2nd place, which is the sign controller,
That's
team
awesome.
sign ball. So he's not going to leave empty-handed. No one leaves empty-handed, but getting the final, you get a bigger sack.
Absolutely.
A bigger sack walking out.
Either way, he's happy now, I think, with what he's gotten. He's played, he's shown up, he's dominated his group, he dominated the semis.
5-0.
5-0. Hasn't lost.
5-0.
That's
perfect.
It's looking like it could be a Jason kind of day.
Christian of Tigers supporters group could also join him at 5-0. He was the 1 seed out of Group A, so he's going to be up next against Dean of LAO.
Let's not forget about Dean.
Dean looked really good.
Dean looked really good. We saw him once. I think he almost got 5 goals. I think he did get 5 goals. It only started to turn a little bit, I think, when Jonathan started to score a few at the very end, which we could see happens in these games. But Dean, off to the races, very clinical. I think this is who I commented on. Maybe plays a similar style like I do. Likes to dribble, likes to get into that slow. But
I think it's exactly what you said.
Yeah, patient play and just pick his spots. To me, it reminds me a little bit of Jason. If Dean and Jason go up together, I'm curious who will win in that battle. But you're right. You can't get past Christian.
Christian of Tiger Supporters Group. We saw him early. He was impressive, and he wasn't as dominant in the results. I mean, the score lines, as we saw from Jason, but it doesn't really matter.
No.
It's about winning games. It's about advancing, and that's what he has done, and he's the top seed here. And he's the favorite to beat Dean.
Defense also hasn't been – I mean, defense has not been the story. There's almost been very little defense here, to be fair. And that's maybe a result of how good these players are offensively, maybe just the fact that when you play FIFA and you're not a competitive pro, the intention is probably to score. You probably focus a little bit more about scoring. These are good players, though. They have talent. But it is definitely not been a game that has been hinging on defense. It's been on how well can you execute the chances that you do have. And you saw it even in this last game. There was a chance for Oscar to have tied that up, whether it's executing a little bit more defensively, not letting 4 in, or just taking advantage of one more of his shots, making it a 3-3 game at a certain point.
Jason was really good defensively, but then he allowed 2 goals, and you see that everyone can be susceptible.
Right.
So I think even Jason's going to be thinking about it, because everyone, if you defend well here, if you limit the amount of chances, you're going to be successful. But everyone's given up some goals there. Everyone's been a little bit leaky.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because there's been so many great moments for these players. We did have to send, obviously, Oscar home. That'll be his last game, but what a great opportunity.
Well, he doesn't have to go home.
He doesn't have to go home. I'm saying he could actually stay and get a bunch of
I would
swag,
encourage him to stay.
the fun stuff. He can come back here if he wants to say hi, whatever Oscar wants to do. I'd actually be interested. We haven't been able to talk to any of these players.
They're close by. They've done a couple of drive-bys here. And we're
Yeah. I think they're just having fun. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff happening here over at the Gen G HQ.
Maybe they're hoarding those Big Mac and fries.
I think that's where it is. I think they've got your Diet Dr. Pepper as well. They definitely.
Hands off.
Hands off. That's Max's. All right? Don't
Icy
do it.
cold.
Icy cold. Make you say, or, let me get a.
That's a little frustrating when you're behind someone who's like, I don't know.
What do you
something?
What do you
should have your favorite?
What have you been doing? Why'd you even come here?
I know.
Think about it.
Pretty straightforward menu.
You show up and you know what you want. I mean, I could see how you could be like in between some favorites. I sometimes am in moods with sometimes I want a little cheeseburger, sometimes a little bit more chicken nuggets. Sometimes I'm a little more, to get a double cheeseburger or maybe 2 single cheeseburgers.
That was the go-to back in my heyday, the 2 cheeseburger.
Oh, the 2 cheeseburger meal?
Yeah.
Oh, that was huge. That's still huge.
That's sweet bread.
Oh, man. Gosh.
Shouldn't be talking about food so much.
I'm gonna have to get some McDonald's on the way home. It's gotta happen. I mean, it's gotta happen.
Thank you, McDonald's. It's one of those few restaurants that we open.
It will be
late
open.
night
That's right.
For your dining adventures.
I know. It's that's the beauty of it. It's close by.
I went to see Depeche Mode last night at the Forum, and it was pretty slim pickings.
Seriously, wow.
We were down in Inglewood. There was Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles was open. I asked my wife and the other couple we were with if they could go, and they nixed it. And
They nixed it.
like,
you must have been sad, man. That sounds good.
Yeah, but it was almost midnight. There was a McDonald's, but it was closed.
Ooh.
So, we already got – so Tigers played. So Christian played and made the final.
So there it is.
That was the dark match. We had one for you.
We had one for you, one dark match.
One dark
Okay.
match.
So this is
Kind of like
interesting.
doing WWE.
So Christian is through. I love it. We've got a matchup we've been talking about here.
5-0, 5-0.
The undefeated. Somebody's going to be defeated here.
So Tigers and Empire, boys, you guys have your representative into the final. Congratulations. This was a tough tournament.
It was very tough.
So the winner will get all the prize we told you and a special surprise prize that we haven't, that you want to. If you're an LAFC supporter, you're going to want to stick around. Or if you're an MLS supporter, you want to stick around and see what that surprise is. It's very cool. Oh, they're locked in.
I like Christian's story here, and I like Jason's story. Christian with the Tigers.
Give me a pick.
We know he's got kids. I'm going for, to be fair, what I've seen. I think Jason's going to win. My pick's going to be on Christian, though, because I like the story of the PS5 maybe going to one of his kids if he gets the win there.
I know Christian's kids, the Ortiz kids, are tuning in. Fingers crossed. I'm going to pick Jason just because he's been so
good.
Consistent.
It's hard. It's hard not to.
Puts up big numbers. I mean, I think every game he scored a minimum of 4 goals.
He's got the scarf, too, as well. I mean, that's just swaggy.
Yep.
I got to say. Christian representing the 3-2-5-2 very clearly, though. You got to give it up. It is the supporters tournament.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit of extra luck there.
This is good. These supporter groups are always making history, and this will be part of history, this supporters tournament.
Yes.
To put your name engraved it. This will be documented. forever.
The great Max Bretos on the call
Yeah.
for their action. I mean, this is a
That's
privilege
right.
for them.
And if you play your cards right, you might get a photo
That's right.
or an 8x10.
I got mine. You got to send me that, by the way. I got to get that photo.
All right. Should we
do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's gonna.
We're off camera. Here we go. Yeah.
He's in the system.
I'm in this. I got to get in the system here. There we go.
Oh, you did that quickly.
Yeah, man. And then boom.
I'm really impressed.
Thank you. Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Whoa, hold on.
Sneak attack.
That's right. That's right.
Getting ready for the final. And then we have something at the end that you
Boom.
want to tune for. So we have we still have a ways to go. So this is 6 minutes.
All right, now that's me. You
All right.
you just
All right.
your recent calls, and you could just send that.
There we go.
There you go.
Let me. Whoa. I got that all wrong.
Listen,
Oh, I pressed the wrong. Disregard. I sent you a
disregard. Yeah.
message.
Oh God! Wow. Max. Oh, I didn't.
Don't.
know you felt that way.
Don't look. I accidentally hit that button.
That's a new side of you, Max. I haven't seen. And,
Yeah.
You know.
I can't do this right. Here we go. Okay, you have some good photos. Oh,
Look at this happening in real time. I feel like
there
this
we
is
go.
a real
There we
game
go. I
here.
sent you two photos.
Fantastic. Now the next level is the airdrop. Do you do airdrop?
Yeah, I should do it more often.
It-
That would have been a
it's-
good spot for the airdrop.
It would have been a good spot for the airdrop, but yeah. Oh, perfect. Boom.
Let me see. I've been in Santa Monica most of the day. There's been internet issues everywhere. We've lost our connection a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So, we're here in the eastern Santa Monica. Very nice because you west, you got the pier and you got all that stuff. But down here, you have you've got our
What do we got?
taco
We got
spot.
taco spot
got
here.
Crossroads
You got
High
Crossroads
School.
High School where I used to pick up kids that I would babysit and
Yes.
drive them around the
They had some
park
good
and-
men's league tournaments at Crossroads. I remember you could get pretty hairy down there.
Really?
You have down on 25th, almost West LA, wonderful establishment by the name of Lades, which I recommend if you want some good Mexican fare. Here we go.
Looks
We ready
like
to
they're
go?
about to go.
Who is it going to be?
Christian.
There is Jason on the right with the scarf, Christian with the hat.
Oh, we got the theme
They
music too.
5-0 to make it here. One will remain perfect.
6-minute halves.
6-minute halves, and Jason will be in the black shirts.
For the Inland Empire.
Will it be going to the Inland Empire? Tiger supporters group a little bit more throughout LA.
Wearing white. The white tiger. Is that a sign? Seems like a spirit animal. We'll see if he can conjure up the spirit to take down Jason.
Here we go.
Who's looked pretty untouchable here. 2 undefeated players in our finals.
Once again, Christian in the white shirts with possession right now. Representing Tiger supporter group. Turned over.
Christian's on it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, we've had so many good starts. That's a great ball over the top.
Oh, it's good movement. Both players falling apart right at the final, but there's a big mistake at the start. Christian in the box. He just needs
This
one
would
to
be-
beat.
Yeah. If Christian can get his nose out in front, that would be newsworthy, no doubt about it. Long field to cover here for Jason.
I think if Jason scores first, this becomes a very difficult game for Christian. But if Christian can get that first one, as you mentioned, that's his win condition. I think Jason can do it, but that'll certainly give Christian the best possible version of this and force Jason into a position he hasn't been in all tournament, which is trailing, really.
Booming cross.
Oh, what a header.
I think Christian will be encouraged by what he saw from Oscar in the semifinals. Set piece opportunity. Oh, I like that little calm down. Carlos Vela.
Take it easy.
I'm going short.
He's made it. Good. And you never know. You get in the box, good things happen.
Hit it.
Oh,
hit
that's
it,
good.
hit it.
It just opened up for him.
Yeah.
Didn't take an extra touch, decided to go for it, and out for another corner for Christian. He likes these short corners.
Yeah, brought his teammate over. And we haven't seen many. I don't think we've seen any goals from a corner kick.
No. But I love the pressure that's just being applied. It's just heavy, heavy, heavy into Jason's box. And he hasn't had a chance to attack, and that's where Jason feels the game.
It's a slower clock. Time did try to play it in. Christian's had it at this end of the field pretty much throughout this first half.
And he's not letting it go. I love this patience. I mean, this is maybe the age difference. Maybe this is just the experience. I mean, Christian could have been playing FIFA a lot longer than Jason here. And just knowing that I got to use the clock to my advantage.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it. Christian's the old man of this tournament. Jason,
good D.
Studying at UC Riverside. Christian, who had a 20-year break in his judo career, now introducing it back to his kids.
That might have been Christian's whole, Jason's whole life. Christian
yeah.
Judo break. I mean, you got to love it, though. I appreciate it. I will be a gamer dad as well. I love these. I love how the times are growing and changing. And that's becoming much more of a common thing. And Jason just out clearing.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. We haven't seen him do anything like that. He's feeling the pressure. Here's Jason.
Trying to figure out these short corners. He knows he likes to go line.
Kept it in.
I think 2 more passes here, and he opens something up.
A little decoy.
Just one.
Maintaining possession, though. That's got to be frustrating for Jason. He's really not touched the ball much at all.
And this is what you don't want to do when you're playing FIFA, just not touch the ball. You want it at your feet. It becomes very, very frustrating. It's mentally grinding, and you know what Jason does best is score. He's having to spend all this time on defense.
Short again.
It's like forward having to track back constantly into the box.
Oh, wide
open. Look at this. And the patience pays off.
That has to be the first time he's trailed. Timothy Tillman.
And may I just say, Christian is playing a masterclass of a game right now.
The strategy's involved here. He's done something. He's squeezed it defensively.
Don't give it up, though.
Penalty?
Oh!
Yeah, the penalty!
And just like that, Christian calling for a dive. I don't know about that. Chiellini
coming in hot. Well, you said don't give it up right away, and that's exactly what happened here.
He's got a chance going left.
Jason, yes, no doubt about it. 1-1.
And after all that work.
That's the crazy part.
After all that work.
It seemed like he put a lot of effort to get that one goal.
But see, that's why I think this was the win condition for Christian. He gets the one goal. You know Jason's going to score. He just does it.
You know,
but now we're back to square one, and I think this gives Christian still confidence. Even if Jason scores again, Christian knows he can put one in the back of the net.
Your comments there on the Twitch stream. We know everyone thinks Jason is the Galan, good-looking player. That was from earlier in the evening.
Who do we think is, yeah, that's right, Jason.
Big separation here for Jason to take the lead.
Try to go in between the keeper's legs. A little too high. Good pull from Christian. Let us know in the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/LAFC, who you think is going to take it. You can throw a 1 in there if you think Christian is going to take it. Maybe a 2 if you think it's Jason. Who we got here? This one says that possession, my goodness, has been in favor of
that seems about right.
Christian.
He's coming back for number 2.
We got a lot of 2s in the chat. Jason. We do have, however, at least 1-1 for Christian.
There you go. That's what I would expect. I don't think it's just the Empire boys flooding the system here.
Yeah.
I just think Jason's been that good, and we've seen it here throughout our evening. And the response was good, too. I mean, we said about the big edge in possession, but at some point, Jason's going to get his feet on the ball. I know that, and it's happening right now.
Chat throwing the 2s up, lighting it up. We'll touch base a little bit later, but so far, after the fan poll, clearly a lot of support still for Jason, even though it's tied. Can't keep it in. 40 minutes gone by in the first half. 5 minutes more to play. We've got an extended 6-minute half for our finals. So it's a little longer.
It feels
longer.
a little longer. I mean, it feels longer than just 1 minute.
And this is what I've been waiting for, though. This is good.
A little separation. Oh, and he's tucked it in. The disappointment etched on the face of Christian as it's 2 unanswered from Jason.
I'm not thinking that's going in. I'm not thinking he's got enough. He's got enough on it. I've been commenting on how hard that shot is to make on EAFC 24, and he just does it so easily. It's like clinical is not enough of a powerful word to describe how effective he is being with such minimalist effort. Jason just does it so well.
I didn't like the body language either from Christian.
Oh,
Head went down, and now it could go even further down the chip.
You can't give this up.
It's going to get in there.
Oh, no.
Wow, that happened quick.
And the twos in the chat are flowing. Jason from the
last kick of the half.
Inland Empire has had a stunner of a final 5 in this first half and taken 2 goals back-to-back and created a 2-goal lead.
Well, remember Oscar in the semifinals, and Christian beat Oscar in the group, so superior player based on the results. Oscar came back. It was 4-2.
That's right.
Had those chances, so I think halftime is required. He's going to be disappointed that he gave up that goal, but now he can kind of get his bearings, and it's a long second half.
And my worry is that does it take the wind out of Christian's sails? I think 2-1, you're frustrated, but 2 goals back-to-back. And now you know how well he starts games. Jason likes to score off the start. It's a big stop from Christian. He's got to get more of those.
So we might be getting that PS5 heading to the Inland Empire. The Empire boys start a clubhouse. They can put it in there, and everyone can use it. A communal PS5.
Yeah. Can I come by, guys?
Yeah. They don't have $100 worth of McDonald's on the Arch card.
I'll bring an Arch card, I promise. I'll bring the McDonald's if I can get invited.
Okay, so here we go. It is Jason leading 3-1, and he has the black shirts. So set piece opportunity here for Christian. He had a ton of these set pieces in the first half.
The only thing is, it doesn't take too much time to get that run up off the clock. So he can do it.
He gets in.
Yeah, he likes this a lot. Usually keeps possession a little bit better than that. Jason now so free. 2-goal lead.
Ah, great ball. 3-on-2.
He just waits. He waits for the defender to try to connect with him. Jason again.
I think I was about to say Christian was playing a dangerous game there with throwing numbers up, and now it is getting away from him. 4 unanswered goals from Jason.
And that's just what he does. That's how he's so good. His offense, just patient, but then clinical. It's the best version of a stealth strike because it feels like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then it happens so fast, you still think, did it happen? No, okay, that can't happen again. And it happens again. Suddenly you're 4-1 down.
It's such a different game because Christian had so much possession, he can't get a touch now.
Yeah.
He's not out of it.
That's the scary part. Jason doesn't need possession to get this amount of goals. It's scary. And again, against a undefeated player, no less.
Both these guys undefeated coming into this one. Jason felt like the favorite, and it's certainly coming to the surface. Still time. Look, 62nd minute.
Yeah.
The next goal obviously is pivotal.
The next goal will definitely tell us where this tale might be headed.
Because Christian had that goal, and he had a good stretch, 25-minute stretch of game time where he was the better player.
It was a great start.
Oh, good spin.
That's not how you start, it's how you finish. Jason knows that very well. He tries to cut it back across. And now Christian just trying to get out of his half.
Just try and possess here.
It's a really easy tendency to try to now rush because you're 3 goals down. You're in the second half. But Christian had his best performance against Jason when he was extremely patient. Possession was on his side. He looked for the right passes.
He waited for it there. Perfect example of it. But got away. Approaching the 70th minute. Look out.
Good touch. He's going to have it. He's slowed down a little bit. Ooh. Intensity from both players. They know what's on the line. A PS5 amongst so many other things for the winner. It's looking like it's going to be going to Jason here. Christian has 20 minutes of in-game time to try to say otherwise.
Big header off the corner. It would have been a set-piece goal.
That would be first. That would be a first in this tournament.
Well, culmination of a tremendous night here. I like what Christian's doing. I mean, he's not getting the goal, but he's not making the mistakes to seal this matchup. It's probably he's probably not going to come back to win it, but there's still some drama here. If he can get that second, then we
got a fun final 15.
Yeah,
I think that's what you got to do. It's tough. It's tough. You're trying to do everything. You can only do one thing, and at least limiting mistakes right now. He knows the ones he made. They felt like they happened so fast, he probably couldn't adjust fast enough after each one before the other one was happening. But I do love that he's gone back to basics here. Jason's going to be content to let him pass, though, because, well, he wins in the end with that happening.
Tidy pass there. Right back to Vela.
Good stop.
Now we're 10 minutes to go in our final.
Jason stretching out. Christian making those final adjustments.
Yeah, one last throw of the dice here.
Fighting tooth and nail to the end. I got to respect
There's
it.
not much you can do. And look, he's not going to leave empty-handed. He'll get that second-place prize.
Yeah. Team
But
signed ball.
once he sees the surprise, he's gonna really wish.
He's gonna wish. Yeah, he's gonna wish he finished first. That's okay. You gotta say these players have competed. They know what this is. Coming out here, McDonald's bringing them out. Jinji as well. The impact of just being on this screen, being in this situation. It's a rare thing, especially if you're not pursuing a professional career in esports. To be
maybe this is a springboard to.
It could be. I mean, Jason certainly. Jason certainly has the skills. But I tell you, competitive EAFC 24 or EAFC in general, it's a wild beast. These players are so good.
I just want to say what a thrill it's been to be here with Rain Day.
Oh,
absolute
Max.
pro.
Thank you, man.
Taking us through here. Energy's always high. Is there a penalty?
Uh-oh. It could have been. I think that was out off the post.
No.
Oh, it is a penalty.
Penalty.
Oh, my goodness.
No chance for Jason to pile it on.
Going left again? Oh, swap.
That's what they call when the keeper's got the concrete shoes on.
Woo! It just went right
the
past
women with
him.
the fishes.
And he goes to sleep there as well. 5-1.
Unbelievable. This was 1.
It was 1-0.
There for Christian. We were thinking maybe, and then look at what's transpired.
My goodness. Well, he's a momentum player, and he definitely shines on the brightest of stages.
Well, he's going to win this clean.
And he's going to get another one. He's going to cross it. Yep.
Oh, lovely.
Oh! Maybe took his eye off the ball just a little bit there. It was too easy, but Jason always looks for that final play. You could tell he probably watched a lot of Barcelona growing up.
Tiki-taka.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Christian doesn't want to give up another one, but he has.
He
has here in the 86th.
Jason. Some of these goals are amazing. Remember the bicycle kick to put him up.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I got to say, Oscar in the semifinals has ended up giving the best game.
Yeah.
To Jason. I mean, Jason's been putting up 5 and 6 goal tallies throughout this tournament. And he is going to finish 6-0.
What a run. He's going to take that back to UCR and have himself a night.
Scream for me, Riverside.
Hopefully he doesn't have a 8 a.m. lecture tomorrow.
Oh, is he going to kick the extra point here? We're into stoppage time, and I think Christian will be happy to just get out of Dodge without another concession. But Empire Boys and their guy, Jason Panuco Banuelos, are going to win the LAFC Supporters Tournament. Presented by McDonald's of SoCal.
And that's that. Christian, what can you do? Jason, I could do it all. 6-0, and the Inland Empire and the Empire Boys
he
take
can lift that
the
scarf. Lift it up.
championship here at our supporters tournament. A very well-deserved championship, I might add. 6-0. There's no better you could have played than that. Jason showing us what EAFC 24 can look like. The Empire Boys.
Yeah, Jason should take a photo of that and just laminate it.
Laminate
Put it on the wall.
Hand it out at games, just in case somebody
Let
starts.
everyone see.
Hang it on a lanyard and
There you
just
go.
walk around with it at some of these LAFC supporter sections.
Badge of courage there.
That's right. Just to know where the hierarchy stands.
Yeah, I go, hey, who's number one?
Well, now,
I am. We are.
Max, it's funny. Now they got to go back to, working together again, for the games. But they have some off-season trash talk time.
Yeah, but we didn't see too much trash talking. They were very,
No.
They're welcome to.
Common cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. I mean, this could be an infuriating game for people. They want to play and you're like, want to grab a controller and go.
I mean, this makes me want to play some more EAFC 24. I got to find the right sparring partners in it, but I do love.
That's the key.
Yeah, I do love FIFA I'm so used to calling it. I think everyone's taking a second to change it. EAFC 24. I do love playing that 1v1 style. It's just so good. It's head-to-head. It's matchups mid-game. You can get those moments like the Oscar and Jason match that we saw that are just phenomenal. They just keep it going down to the wire. They feel like your adrenaline is pumping. You're just sitting on your couch. That's what I love about these types of games. Fighting games give you that too, but in a sport, Madden, EAFC 24, those are two that really take it down to the wire when you get a good competition.
And we saw it there. I mean, you could see the juices flowing. People getting better as the tournament. Jason was unflappable as he continued to go there.
Absolutely unflappable.
You got to love that consistency and that ability to face any challenge and do it pretty clean. I mean, the semifinal was close, but he was never really threatened by any means. And then everything else was clear sailing. But Jason was a cut above to the victor of the spoils. So you get a trophy.
Yes.
You get the PS5.
Yes.
A team-signed jersey.
Yes.
$100 arch card.
Yes.
And McDonald's swag and something else to be determined.
I can't scream for that yet because
there it is. You get to play Nathan Ordaz.
There it is. Nathan Ordaz.
LAFC forward, homegrown academy, the pride of the San Fernando Valley.
What an awesome thing. I think looking at him, I wanted to say, was it Van Nuys? Van Nuys. That's where he grew up. Wow.
And I wonder, I mean, this is a reward for Jason to get to play against Nathan. But Nathan's probably running into a sandstorm here. He's like, what did I get into?
Well, Nathan, is he in the white? That's the question I want to ask. Do they keep Jason in the black? Because this is that special prize. If you win, which Jason did, you get a chance to play against an LAFC pro in Nathan. But here's what I'm curious about. Yeah, who's in what color? Oh, the goods have been brought in.
Yeah, Santa just made a visit.
Santa Matt.
Yeah. Look,
Nathan
could be pretty good at this, but there's no way that he can run with someone when you're a professional soccer player, because if you're playing too much EAFC, then you
let me tell you what,
taking away from your training time.
Let me tell you what is so important about the timeline of training, because you train and you're done maybe at noon, depending on what your training schedule is. You got a couple hours of post. What are you doing for the rest of the day? It's not like these guys got to go, work at another job. So they're hanging out.
That's true.
They're playing FIFA. They're getting ready for tomorrow's training. They can't move. They got to take care of their bodies.
That's right.
There's a lot of gaming that goes on. I wouldn't be surprised.
We need to get the players, but right now it's pretty even Stevens.
Wow. Now I want one of these. Look at that.
Sign ball is lovely.
That is
gold.
Lovely.
I love gold.
Well, we can't wait to show you what we just got handed. We got handed some goodies.
Oh.
And that's
Hey,
got
oh, so we now know that
That's Jason.
Hey, Nate.
Nate was having a.
He's hanging in there. He had a chance.
He was. Listen, don't underestimate a soccer player in EAFC 24 because the inherent understanding of how to play.
There you go.
It does come into a factor. Just ball movement. What's going to work? What's not going to work?
Nathan Ordaz is in the building. The payoff, all the great prizes and stuff that you win, and now you get to play Nathan Ordaz.
He's going to score.
Take a good photo of it, Jason. Because Nathan, let me tell you about Nathan. He's going to be a big star. He's just getting started in his career.
Yeah.
He's really this breakthrough academy player. The future is very bright. He gets a good chance there.
19 years old?
19, yeah, but really skillful. Kind of the players that America doesn't really develop with that kind of ability up front. He's a special guy.
That's high praise coming from you, Max. I can't wait to see it. He got in basically some.
Let's get in, Nate. Come on, Nate.
Oh, there.
We're more excited than he is.
That was looking good. You saw it. His mouth went open. He's got to keep the focus, but when the mouth goes agape.
I wonder if Steve Cherundolo, the coach, will say, hey, Nate, you were a little bit too good in EAFC. Maybe a few more laps around the field.
Yeah, what are you doing here, man? He said, Coach, well, you got to, I got to play more than the last 4 minutes.
And it's true. They finish training around noon, 12:30. Then they have lunch, and they do. Is that a goal?
No, almost.
Then they, they do their whatever they need, therapy or.
I'm telling you, there's
workout,
ample time.
Yeah.
There's ample time. It's a great de-stressor too.
Yeah.
And it keeps your mind in the game, but it also, it's not taxing in a way that some other activities can do. Sure, you could zone out, you can watch Netflix, you can hang out while you're doing your ice, whatever it is. But these guys they're young. They want to compete. They want to live. They're often so disciplined in so many of these other things. And
look at Nate.
He's gonna score. I know it.
Yeah.
Oh. Jason's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Are you sandbagging in there?
I don't know. Is he?
Because you've turned into a different player.
Is he trying to make a good impression here?
I don't blame you. But this is the Valley versus the Inland Empire, too. I mean, this is like bragging
the Valley gets to claim this.
Yeah.
This if he will. Oh, watch out. If you're in the Twitch chat, you got to get Jason pumped up again. I mean, maybe
Valley just takes away all the good stuff that the Inland Empire was able to build up.
How we feeling seeing Nathan Ordaz in the building? Technically, he's outside. This is all a canopy outside. They got awesome setups, gaming chairs.
Yeah.
Huge flat screens that they're playing on. Nathan looks like he's having a blast.
Nathan's getting ready for 2024. Which will probably be a big year for him.
You love to see it.
Yeah. He got some minutes in the postseason, too. I mean, he was.
He went in late at that in the
Sounders
Houston
game, and there was he got some. That shows you that there's big belief and that he's put in the work.
Yeah.
He's been putting the work with EAFC, too.
Yes.
We had Eric Duenas here last time, earlier in the year.
Oh, no. And that's just what Jason does to you.
Jason rules with an iron fist.
That first goal in the first 5 minutes of the half. He's got to have done that maybe 5 out of 6 games. I'm impressed, though, with Nathan and his ability.
We thought he was going to score there.
Nathan's going to.
There.
Nathan's going to score there. There it is. And Ordaz with the first one.
Nathan.
Christian Oliveira.
This, again, will change the whole narrative of this evening.
This is for the Valley now. He's putting the Valley on his back.
I don't think they're going to let Jason back into Riverside if he loses this. I'm kidding. What are they going to do? They can't actually stop him.
Yeah, no, that's true. There's not quite like
a
boundary. Yeah, no, that's not exactly. Jason doesn't like it, though. It's getting a little too close for comfort. Nathan says, what are you going to do about it?
I mean, this is still up. This is still up.
It's a good turn.
Decided.
Part of it
here for our great content team. Brad Rowland here doing the midnight, burning the midnight oil.
The midnight oil. Big Brad. You got to love it. It takes a village, it takes a team.
Yes.
Get all this stuff done. So many great
Yeah, our
events
content
around the
team's
world.
been traveling all over the place. They were there in Columbus. They traveled to Seattle. It's been
Amazing.
very busy. I mean, the business of LAFC had to. Everything gets pushed back a bit because they're still in season.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Unfortunately, it didn't end the way we would have liked. But what a great performance by the guys to get
Back to
another
back.
MLS Cup. Yeah.
You can't be upset about that. And honestly, I think that just bodes well for the future of the club. You got players like Nathan on the rise as well.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Maybe Nathan wants to be an EMLS player. He's got. Yeah, don't disregard that.
I tell you, the crossover though.
Have there been some stories of some guys that are really good?
Yeah.
That are good at whether it's.
Madden has some very interesting stories. I think Tyreek Hill is phenomenal at Madden. So there are some players who do that.
Yeah, I like your point about the downtime, and
yeah,
it's something to keep you focused. It's in the same world.
Yep. Hey,
this one's going to go down to the wire. I did not expect this.
I love it. Jason's been dominating, but Nathan looks like he might have his number here.
Oh, back in.
He's going to have to fake a shot or pass. Yep. No angle. Jason clears it out early. Good touch from Nathan. Good pass.
Goal!
And it was just hand height for the keeper. A little too comfortable. He had to go upper V or right in the corner. That's actually something that can work. Yeah.
Oh, we got to be careful there. Referee.
Amarillo.
Look at that. Nate's data is on point. Possession, passing numbers.
Look at this. Look at this.
This is insane.
I think he shoots it. Oh, unlucky. He's going, what is that? How did I get that
there
RNG?
but the finishing. 80th minute.
Oh, almost gave it away. It's coming down to the final moments. Our exhibition
turnover.
match. Our champion versus our pro.
Numbers here for Jason to
Dangerous.
seal the deal.
What a cross!
Oh, go! No, it's out.
Oh, and it's going to be a corner, I think. What a cross that was.
No emotions from these guys. It's driving me bananas.
It's driving me bananas. They're locked in. You can tell it's tense.
Yeah, let's get some extra time in here.
I wouldn't mind.
I think Nathan wants to keep going.
Yeah, Nathan.
You don't come all the way here and play one game. This is game number 7
That's
for
right.
Jason. Keep that in mind.
That's right. Oh, trying to go up the middle channel. It's just not enough time. That's why he's rushing it. He just needs to go
Final
point A to
kicks.
point B.
Get it up, get it up,
He's got to get up the field. Oh, man. What a show match, though. Hats off.
That was supposed to be a reward for Jason. I don't know if he's going to really.
He feels like that's a reward.
Sweat under the.
He's got to take a picture and.
Yeah, take a photo. There you go.
Is he throwing? Oh, we get the mics here. We're getting routed into them.
It's upside down.
Empire boys.
And Nathan Ordaz in Thumbs Up City.
Thumbs up town.
Welcome.
Thumbs up Tropolis.
You're good too.
You're good. Nathan, you're good.
Well,
it's amazing.
That's the thing.
And then he goes back home like nothing happened.
You can't doubt the skill, the undercover skill of an active soccer player.
Lesson learned.
In EAFC. I'm telling you. And football. It's ritualistic how much of that game is played. But it's beautiful too because you just get to see that athletes are gamers too. Gamers are athletes too so often.
Oscar gets on the podium.
You look at that. Jason P., your winner of our
Empire
LAFC
boys.
supporters
Jason, yeah!
tournament. Jason in the building with us. Congratulations.
Get in here. Good to see. Hey, did you sandbag it with Nathan? Or is he that good? He's good.
He's good, right?
Here, come in the middle.
Congratulations, man. Let's see. Hey, let me get you another chair. Here, I got a chair. Here, let me grab. There's one right here.
How good was this guy?
On the ropes.
I'm on the ropes.
Are you adjusting the shot, or should we sit?
We're doing it all.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Just stand.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I'm gonna ask a couple questions. I'll give it over to Max as well. We're here with our winner Jason, talk to me, man. You went undefeated in this tournament. How does it feel to just be the winner of the LAFC Supporters Tournament powered by McDonald's?
It feels good. It feels good.
Well, expand on that, because now the Empire Boys, the Inland Empire, they have an opportunity to have bragging rights over all the other supporters groups. What is that going to be? Are you going to be talking trash a little bit?
A little bit. Everyone was hyping me up before the game, and and I came to win.
What does it mean for you to be a part of the supporters group in LAFC? What does LAFC mean to you, these types of events, this environment? Why do you do it? Why do you love it?
It means a lot. It's like a second family to me. I come with my siblings, my nephew, my sister, my brother, my dad. We go to all the games, and it's just like family to me.
Now, I want to set some stuff up. We're going to give it to you. I'm going to hand this over in case Max has a few questions for you.
How are we building supporters out there in the Inland Empire?
It's good. It's good. I have a lot of my friends that they're watching right now.
Friends.
But they started supporting LAFC.
It's never too late. You can always come in. You can't be there from the beginning, but you can always jump in there as well. And what about Nate? Because we figured you were going to – I mean, you were beating people 6-1,
Yeah.
6-0, and then Nate comes in out of the cold. Were you a little worried there at the end?
Yeah, at the end I was pretty worried. He's a pretty good player. I was talking to him before, and he said that he plays, and it shows.
Did you know at all that he was going to be here?
They told me before that he would show up and the winner would play him.
Oh, so they did. So you guys didn't know. Jason did know. So that's pretty cool. Are we ready to give him all the?
We're ready.
You got quite a haul here.
I know, I do. I'll take. All right, so Jason, you won, which means it comes with a couple things, right? First of all, I want to give you the trophy right here. Congratulations on winning the LAFC Supporters Group Tournament powered by McDonald's. Jason, you are the winner, the inaugural, at least for me, winner of this event. I'm so excited for you. We also have this ball here. I don't know if that's going to be yours. I know that's second places, but one thing you get, I'm very excited about. A PS5. Did you know this was coming?
They told me it was a PS5 item. They didn't say it was going to be a PS5.
Oh, you thought it might have been an item?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the real PS5. How does that feel?
It feels good. I've been playing on PS4.
So then you just got a PS5?
Yeah, this is my first PS5.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, man, can I come over and play a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, alongside that, you're also going to get a McDonald's Arch card, a ton of other stuff, and a great opportunity, man. Thank you so much for being here, Jason. Congratulations again for winning.
Thank
All right. Yeah, of course, man. Go take that over to the inlet. All right. I don't know if we have someone else who's coming in as well, but Jason, any final words to the supporters, to your family, friends, anybody you might be watching? There was a lot of Jason is sexy in the chat. You have some friends watching?
Yeah,
Shout them out.
Those are my friends. Shout out to everyone on my soccer team. Shout out to Isra, Ale, Pedro, Tony, Uli, everybody in the chat. You guys know who you are, and thank you for watching.
So we'll see you in the supporter stands next season, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. But with a PS5 experience at that point.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. It's great to have you here, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. We'll take this headset from you. Yeah, help you carry this as well.
Jason, was it hard to qualify through all the Empire boys? There's some good. So you get to qualify to get. So this was quite the journey.
Quite the journey.
Look at that. He's holding on that PS5.
He is.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Merry Christmas.
Unbelievable. First of all, to get the PS5 first from this type of event, I thought he might have had one. So exciting. We're seeing all our members here. I know we see Christian over there as well. He's going to get this ball, which is signed by all of the LAFC players.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Christian,
here we go.
This is yours. Here, I'll take mine off. Good run, man. Good run. Great job. This is for you.
Hell yeah.
Here, I'm going to take this off. I want you to answer some questions, man. You played a great tournament.
Thank you. It was fun. Well, to the end. But.
I know. What was the game plan in that final against Jason? Because you had the early lead. We were talking about how you were like dictating turn, and then.
You know what? After I gave up the pen, I couldn't make a pass. I think he made some adjustments, the right adjustments, He was that press. I couldn't hold on to the ball, and it showed.
You brought your own controller too, right?
Yeah. That way I don't complain about,
Do you have a PS5?
I do have a PS5,
All right,
so I'm glad you
everyone
got the PS5.
Everyone got it all together.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see this right here. This is awesome.
Yeah. What does it mean for the supporters? I mean, this is a pretty cool competition.
It is. I mean, this is great. Actually, I wasn't supposed to be here, and the person that won our tournament missed the window for the 3252 membership, so we couldn't have someone that's not a member participating here, and I was lucky enough to come and do it and represent TSG. Where's the camera, Alex?
Do you think the other Tiger supporter group person could have taken Jason?
Honestly, shout out to Ronald. I think he would have been able to give up. Yeah, I think he would have been
Something
able
to
to
look
take it,
forward to.
or at least put up a much better fight. I mean, he kicked my butt when we had our internal tournament. So,
Great start, man. It was close.
thank you.
Wow, that's a great story then. You probably didn't think you're going to be here, and all of a sudden you're playing in the final.
Yeah, I got to step up. Gotta
But
step up.
and you get him.
Yeah, that's right.
Signed controller as well. I know that was mentioned as
Oh,
possibly.
even better.
Yeah. So, I mean, Jason was tough. Jason was tough at the end of it. Now, was he, in your experience playing him, was he kind of by far the best player in the tournament?
I think he's a deserving winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely was. I mean, he had good ball control. I think once he identified where I was controlling the game, he made some adjustments, and he was able to overtake the game.
Now, we knew this interesting fact about you, that you had taken a 20-year break from judo.
Oh, my God.
Let's see if you can judo toss Evan over here.
We wanted to try a judo toss with me live. I'm just kidding, but that's a cool little story. I mean, we were kind of joking and talking about how maybe having a martial arts background is helpful in situations where bright lights, kind of a tournament like that. Did you feel that had any impact at all?
I mean, pressure, I don't really feel the pressure because, the guys that I play with, my friends, I play pro clubs with a team called AC Milanesa, which is
I'm hungry.
yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, seriously, man. Come on, man.
We're all Premier League supporters, and so we have to go with the Italian team. Anyway, the banter with them is brutal. So my skin is super thick.
Super thick.
So I was ready for this, and
Last point. Are you a father?
Yes.
Yes. How many kids do you have?
2 boys.
Two
Ari and
boys.
Eli, shout out if they're still watching.
Yeah. I just want to say shout out to your family or anybody you want to say at the end of this.
Yeah, my wife, my kids. I mean, if I wouldn't be able to be here if she didn't give me the permission slip, So, and we just came back from Ohio, so I'm very lucky, and I'm showing up with stuff with the kids, and hopefully.
What a week for you. Huh?
Yeah, what a week. What a week. It's so close, but hey, this is awesome right here.
Well, thank you guys for showing up and giving us a great show. And also, during the holidays, I know it's busy, but taking your time out of here to help support this type of event. I know everyone's really appreciative, and thank you for your performance, man. Congratulations again, Christian.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I
support.
appreciate everything.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Always a pleasure to see you, Max.
AC Milanesa.
AC Milanesa. Shout out. Shout out to my wife and kids. Love you.
All right. You get on the big screen.
Yeah, check that out. I don't know. It's a great question. Oh, I'm going to step through. I could just take it off, but I'm stepping.
Good on, Christian.
All right, talking to our
Oscar.
winners. Oh, Max, that's fun. That's the good stuff right there. We got to be close to coming to an end. But before we do, Max, I just want to say it's been a pleasure, my friend. It's the second time we got to do something. This one,
Chris in the
much
hard hat
longer.
over there. Kellen.
Great job, guys. Much longer takeaways, final thoughts on this event for you.
Well, it's great. I think you get the competitive juices going, and you have this really nice playoff or tournament format with supporters from a wide variety and all over Southern California and even beyond that. So I think it's a great idea. And look, we were these tournaments. I mean, they're long, but you get into it, and then the payoff to see people performing and who's there at the end, and then you get a great moment to, like we had, get the PS5 for someone who hadn't had a PS5.
I mean, I honestly still don't have a PS5, so if anyone wants to give me a PS5, you can. But I'm really glad. I think
Could have kept that one.
I'm glad it went.
Said, we'll get this to you.
Yeah, well, I'll ship it to you.
Yeah.
I'm glad it went to Jason today. Honestly, to everyone who competed, thank you so much. And to all of the people who helped put this together, from McDonald's to Gen.G to all of our partners who have been supportive of this moment. It has been phenomenal to put on the LAFC Supporters Tournament for you this year to end.
Is that our send-off music?
23. It's coming.
I
Max
hear
Bredos, thank you so much for being here as well. An icon, a legend. You'll catch him for the LAFC games. I'll be listening as well. My name's Rain Day. You can catch me broadcasting on twitch.tv/rainday or in the ALGS when we kick back up in January for the LAFC Supporters Tournament powered by McDonald's. That's it, folks. And remember to never give up, never stop gaming. We'll see you all next time.